It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast. The drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
All right. I got some hot cocoa here.
I
was thinking I should get some peppermint schnapps, maybe some Rumpelsmeagle or something.
Some Rumpelsmeagle?
Or what is it called?
Rumpelmints?
Rumpelmins, yeah.
The Telluride peppermint schnapps is really good.
Oh, yeah?
If you're the type of person who actually likes peppermint schnapps. I know.
I like it in this time of year.
I'm one of those weirdos that like legitimately
in
likes
my
it.
Coffee or hot chocolate. It's a seasonal thing for me.
Yeah.
I think it is for most people.
For most people. I legitimately like it, but I still only get it this time of year.
Yeah.
But like if you keep it in the freezer, you know, a little shot of that occasionally is a nice little treat.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's get the show on the road, I guess. I already got my thing recording. Craig is recording, and we're ready to go. Yeah, okay. Let me get in my podcast mood again. My mic's all good though. It's not switching me to my cam or anything. It sounds good.
No, it sounds good.
Right.
Yeah.
The switching.
The
Welcome back to the Odd Drunk Podcast for another episode.
Hey.
This time we are talking about. This is just another episode.
Yeah, just
we used to have at least at one point like an actual intro.
Yeah.
Never really had an outro. It's always just
It's always just been okay. See you guys.
Just whatever. Yeah,
that's it.
But the intro music is the intro in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't need to have an intro.
That does the job. We don't have to.
If you've got a theme song.
But yes, welcome back. Get cozy. It's that time of year. It's actually been pretty chilly around here and wet. It's been raining a lot actually this week.
Yeah,
which has been nice. Like yesterday, didn't have much going on. It was my day off, just in the middle of the week, and just
nice.
Cozied up with some coffee and some video games, and crack the window open, enjoy the rain.
Nice. Yeah.
Good time.
Having a day off in the middle of the week is really nice.
It breaks it up. Yeah. And also if you really do have stuff to do, but I've already took care of my business.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice rainy day. I love a rainy day when I can cozy up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently bought a new
but
umbrella.
I need an umbrella
because I lived in Durango without a car for probably the first 5 years, not owning an umbrella of any kind.
Well,
I don't know how I managed that because it's not like it doesn't rain here.
Not a whole lot.
I mean, it's not like a super rainy place. It's average. It's pretty.
Actually, the last time when I was there for your wedding, it rained.
Yeah, well, the latter half of the year, the monsoon season in the fall, you get a good amount of rain.
Then you get snow from there. But
I recently bought a new umbrella because the one I had before, I didn't really like it, but luckily my wife likes it, so she's claimed it. So I bought a new one, and it's nice because it's really wide.
I can't recall the last time I've owned an umbrella. I either have used someone else's. I thought about bumming one off my niece who has a Hello Kitty umbrella, but I wasn't that desperate. I just ran a little bit. I wasn't gonna stoop that low.
I guess
anyways.
when you don't have a car, it's a little bit more important.
Yeah.
when you're taking the bus places.
No, but I was thinking, I should buy an umbrella, and then I'm gonna buy one, and then we're gonna go just 100 days without rain again. So, I think I'll be all right. I don't mind getting a little wet. I'm not gonna melt. I like the rain. I appreciate it. However, it was like raining cats and dogs that morning. I had to go to work.
Oh.
It was pretty crazy.
I know at least down in like New Mexico, there are times like the storms can get pretty intense in certain areas.
Oh yeah, we've had some pretty big monsoons this year actually. One was a haboob that was followed by a monsoon, and then in Tempe, this tropical. Well, it started off as a hurricane, Mexico. Then it degraded to a tropical storm, but then it was fine. Like it was just raining a lot here, but then like in like a few blocks in Tempe, they got hit with a microburst that absolutely like destroyed everything. Like trees snapped, falling into people's homes and stuff. Like it looked like a bomb went off, and just from like a microburst out of nowhere. I don't know. Weather's weird, and it's hard to predict it, especially around here. Anyway, I believe. I believe in you.
I had a bottle of hand lotion sitting there.
Is that what we're drinking today?
Yes.
You just conveniently have some lotion and some tissue paper sitting there?
Well, actually, no, I don't have any tissue paper.
Is that the ready?
Which it would be nice because the lotion bottle was.
You're like, thanks for the reminder.
Onto my cables just now, and I just noticed. So
conveniently,
I'm like scrambling, being like, "What? How do I clean this right now?"
No, but no joke, you do have to have a lotion.
Oh, and I have really bad like eczema on my hands. It's a legitimate problem.
Just get dry. Just get dry myself. Yeah, jokes aside.
There's a rag. There we go.
That will do.
That's better.
That will do.
Yeah.
That will do.
That'll do, pig.
Anyways, I think we got a very special episode.
Yes.
Maybe a little early, but I don't think so. I think it's fun to speculate, and rather than talking about it later. We're talking about the game of the year, the Game Awards, which I know there's multiple institutions and sites that do their own awards, but the Game Awards, like it or not, that's kind of like the Grammy or the Oscars. It's like the Oscar,
the
for,
Academy
video
Awards
games. And since we like talking about video games, I think we should discuss it. I've even got the actual voting pulled up here, so we can go through and just discuss each category, even though it starts. Well, anyways, it's been a stacked year for games. I've talked about some of my favorites throughout this year. You can listen to Morning Oddities. You've talked about your favorites. It's actually been a stacked year. Yeah. And what's great, though, it's not been like AAA has pretty much sucked lately. Just been either mid or just like just too greedy and just microtransactions, or just honestly just mid. And we can discuss that. But it's been a stacked year for indies and for AA games, and just more unique.
And we have the Game of the Year awards,
actually.
like the game awards that everyone's talking about. We also did just have the Golden Joystick Awards. I don't know if you caught those, but the winners were announced for those ones, so we can go over that. I have that pulled up. But,
let's definitely go over that. I believe Jennifer English won for voice actor, or was nominated. Maybe it was just nominated.
Let's see.
But,
here, I got it pulled up here. Do you want to go over that, or do you want to go over the Game Awards nominees first?
Well, get that pulled up as well. I kind of don't want to read that until we actually, let's speculate.
Let's go through the Game of the Year
and
awards,
let's see what
the nominees and everything.
Let's go through the nominees and our own thoughts and speculate who we think deserves to win. Then we'll check out the Golden Joystick and see who won those. Before we get into this, I just got to tell our listeners a little story, okay? a bit of a gaming story, but just a life story. Okay,
Yes.
so
We love life stories
Colton,
here.
on my birthday, Colton got me a gift. He got me a game through Steam, which we've done before, which is a great feature. that you can
Admittedly,
buy.
it's a very like lazy way,
It's lazy, but it's also
but to also get like
Hey.
a good gift.
it's a good gift. Like I got you God of War that time, and then I think last
Fantastic game.
and like if we find a fun multiplayer game we want to play, rather than just waiting for someone to do it, like Peak, I was just like buy that. That was cheap, Like it's a good feature. Like
I love that. I think my younger sister, she has a Steam account and a gaming PC now. So for her birthday this last year, I was like, "Why is there any games that you want?" And
there you go. And then
she-
you have it right
And there
away.
was some like
Now-
there was some like indie game that she really wanted, so I got her that. And then I was also like, and also Skyrim, because you don't have it.
You just
and
have
you,
to have
and
that.
you gotta
Yeah,
have it.
That needs to be in your library. Yes, it's a requirement. It's got to be backlogged at least in there.
Yeah.
Throw The Witcher 3
I think she
in for
actually
good
has been
measure.
playing it.
Nice. But on my birthday, I was pleasantly surprised with a gift from Colton, and it happened to be Clair Obscure Expedition 33, which, okay, I've heard, of course, I heard great things about it, but it kind of flew under my radar just as far as JRPGs. I've been trying to slowly get into them. I mean, I think, obviously I played some of the old ones,
Yeah,
like
some
Final
of
Fantasy 3 and
classics.
like some retros, and
yeah, your Dragon Quests and
Dragon Quest and
admittedly,
the
there's
Final Fantasy remakes and stuff.
I've been playing more JRPGs recently. I've been playing a bit of Dragon Quest 11, which is a more recent one.
Yeah,
But also I've been just playing like retro ones. The other day I started playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Very good.
I was emulating that not long ago. But
I've been
here's the thing.
really wanting to try Chrono Trigger, but for some reason I do not have that in my ROMs library, so I have to figure that out.
Oh, really?
I thought I had it. I don't
You're
know.
gonna have to figure that out one way or another. Vim's Lair. Anyways,
not anymore.
It has been delisted. It's probably-
Nintendo has been aggressive, so
Technically,
Vim's is still
get your
up, but
ROMs
like half
through the
shit.
right get your ROMs through the right channels in equal ways. We're not
Yes.
condone. I mean, we're not endorsing
Well, I mean,
video game piracy.
We've
but
talked.
hey, you got to.
We've talked about this before,
Okay.
right? We've talked about this on the show. If companies like Nintendo would give us legitimate ways to play some of these
We would
games,
purchase it.
I
we
would
would
buy them.
buy it.
I
yeah.
bought the Castlevania like SNES collection on the Switch.
Yeah, it's a
I
great little
paid for it.
collection.
I could emulate
and
that.
I emulate Castlevania too.
Like I could
So-
emulate Castlevania, but I bought it on the Switch because they had a collection and it was on sale.
Yeah,
I was like,
we
cool.
like our retro games, and it's
Hell
about
yeah.
gaming preservation. But preservation. Anyways, I don't want to get sidetracked here. I get
Yeah.
back to
Let's get back.
my experience. So yeah, Expedition or Clair Obscure Expedition 33 kind of went under my radar. I heard it was a great game, and I was like, that's cool. Maybe one day when it goes on sale, blah blah blah. Well, I'm so glad you got it for me, because not only, well, thank you once again, but I think you bought me one of the greatest birthday gifts I've ever received, because this is one of the,
Nice.
honestly, because it turned out that yes, it wasn't overhyped. And even though I'm not like a JRPG guy, it's like not my type of game usually.
Yeah.
This game, and I'll get into the mechanics of it and everything, but like this game absolutely blew my mind, made me feel like a 14-year-old again, like just experiencing games where I'm just like, and I told you this, but like, yeah, like Ghost of Yotei, I've been enjoying that. Hades 2, I'll play from time to time. We'll definitely talk about those. Great on the Steam Deck. Great to get some, see how far I can make it before I go to bed, that kind of thing. Hollow Knight Silksong, the Spider-Man games. I think, God of War. Like, there's been good games, but like Oblivion Remastered, another example. But like, this is the first game, maybe since Red Dead 2, where instead of like, because usually, like, just for Ghost of Yote, for instance, really love it.
Mhm.
Great game. But I'm like, oh, I'll play it if I have time.
Right.
With Expedition 33, I make the time to play
Making
it.
the time for that. I
Like,
love that.
I pulled an all-nighter with this game. I have not pulled an all-nighter with a game maybe in 10 years.
Nice.
Because I had the day off yesterday, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep playing. And it's just, the loop is so addicting. The story, the music, like, it's just, it hooks you in. You get so involved in this
Oh.
really cool, interesting, unique world. And yes, it's very French. Oui, oui.
There is
Pouton.
Yeah.
It's very French. Okay, and it's awesome. I watched Ratatouille again because of this game. Like,
a great movie.
I want to go to France. I have to. Yeah, but it absolutely floored me with how, like, it gave me that childlike wonder.
Nice.
But it will also, it will bring you in such high highs and then just shatter your expectations. Just crush your soul, like right in front of you, just like killing your dog in front of you.
This is
but what's so awesome, the actual development team, Sandfall Interactive, like the lead developer, the creative head of this game was the ex-Ubisoft guy. Kind of got disgruntled with them and went and did his own thing. And they've been working on this for like 6-7 years.
Wow.
Maybe around that range. And this is their debut game. And not only it's nominated for Game of the Year, which I believe it rightfully deserves that nomination, and we'll get into those, but and you may say, oh, Jackson, you're just on the hype train. No, like I said, this game was under the radar for me. I was like, oh, that's cool. It looks cool, but it just wasn't my type of thing.
I was texting you back and forth.
No, but
after you download it, I remember you, from your text message, I gather that you downloaded it, played it a little bit, but you were really into Ghost of Yotai.
I was really into Ghost of Yotai at that time.
So you weren't paying much attention to it, and then like a week later,
even longer than that,
or like a couple weeks later, you texted me and were suddenly just like in on it. I remember,
no, because
and that's always
at first. I'll get my cons out of the way. Because at first it kind of seems like generic-y, like Unreal Engine 5, you know, like even the name kind of seems generic in a way. It's like, that's a little too extra for a game title. But now, like, I totally understand it. I love it.
Yeah.
And
that's
the whole direction of it. But like, it seemed like, I was like, it looks cool, but it's like JRPGs aren't really my jam. And like, it just seems, I don't know. It just didn't quite, for some reason, get my attention at first. But then when I was like, okay. And also, another thing that stopped me, for one, yes, it does run on Steam Deck. It's playable, but you're just fighting to have 30 frames, and it looks like potato grip. Like, it's
sometimes
not
you gotta
optimal.
just be like, nah, I'm gonna pass on.
And so I haven't had a lot of dedicated time to sit down at my desktop. And Ghost of Yote, I've been getting cozy doing some just console gaming, and that's a fantastic game as well. I'll talk about that. But when I finally gave this a chance, though, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and really like sink in a few hours here, get into it, get into the story, you know, understand the mechanics. Because if you just play like the first like 20 minutes or so, or even before, like the first 15-20 minutes, it's not like, it doesn't quite click yet, at least not for me. Now, there was a few things that did click, like the title card, like the menu is like Elden Ring or like Dark Souls, just epic, beautiful music. And, you know, so that grasped my attention. But anyways, it just kind of flew on my radar. But then started playing it and just fell in love with this game. I haven't fallen in love with a game in so long.
That's awesome.
Where I pull all-nighters
Hell yeah.
and where I'm like, I have to just get back and like go back and optimize my builds and my team and like the story's amazing.
I remember
and the music is absolutely banger. The soundtrack, like, what's so cool?
I remember
Sandfall,
feeling that way about
Yeah.
when The Witcher 3 came out. I remember picking it up on sale like a month after it came out,
yeah,
being like, "Oh, I heard this was good." Playing like the first like 5 hours of the game, like the intro, basically.
you didn't give it enough, like,
And then Fallout 4 came out, and I got distracted.
yeah,
And
Well,
then I
I
stopped for like I completely forgot about it for a good like 6 months to a year, or however long it was, until I moved to Durango. I'm living in the dorms at the college.
that's when you started.
And I had my PC, and of
Wow.
course I have free time because I'm a college student living in dorms without a
Yeah.
job. But I also am broke because I'm a college student living in the dorms. So
you
I was looking for a game to sink my teeth into. I remember
go into your
being,
backlog.
I remember being like, all right, I'll give The Witcher 3 another chance. And for whatever reason, that time,
It
the
clicked.
second chance, it suddenly clicked with me. Because the first time I'm like,
Well-
this is kind of just generic RPG, medieval
Let me,
stuff, fantasy stuff. And then when it clicked, I was like, oh my God, this
Let me
is
put it to you
fucking
this way.
amazing.
So,
So
like,
I love that feeling, though.
Yeah, that's the exact feeling. Like,
Yeah.
let me put it this way: like, Ghost of Yote is like a comfort food game for me.
Mhm.
I mean, it's got a lot of great things on its own merits. I think the story's not like as unique or anything, but it's well acted, and the actress for that was actually nominated as well. We'll get to that. Great art design, like the landscapes and everything. Amazing. And the combat is better.
I
than
did
ever.
see, and I really appreciate this. I saw it was, I think, on like TikTok. It was the actress in Ghost of Yotai,
Yeah.
her wife in real life, posted some video being like, I was watching some gameplay of Ghost of Yotai, and I noted, and there's this where you can go into like the hot springs, and she goes, and you get a good view of her butt. And she goes, she goes, and I noticed, and she goes, and I would know because I'm her wife, that wasn't her butt.
No,
That's
they
not her.
definitely downgraded
And she
it.
just goes like, I just want to let you all know that you're missing out.
Yeah. Well,
But I thought
what's
that
really
was
cool,
really
it's a-
funny and kind of wholesome.
she's one of the best female protagonists I've played in a while because she's not like over sexualized or anything. She's just
I've heard she's
badass
very
warrior
much
and,
just like the tell me where he is type of.
No, she's very much like that,
protagonist.
but it's cool,
That's
But anyways,
cool. I like
Ghost of
that.
Yote was my comfort food. I just got done beating Ghost of Tsushima, so I was ready for Ghost of Yote. And no, I didn't platinum Ghost of Tsushima, just to be specific. But
I don't think I've
I was
ever.
ready.
I don't think I've ever 100%ed a game.
I have, but it's been a while. But anyways,
Like I've completed games, I've done all the side quests. I've
Yeah.
really played games where I've done all the side quests, but actually like getting all the
trophy hunting.
achievements, getting all the trophies, getting all. I've never
up to you.
done that.
I've
never gone all the way on that.
it depends.
not
like,
my thing.
Having time, and sometimes like you play a game for 40, 50 hours, you get its mileage, and you don't want to overstay its welcome.
I've
But
gotten
anyways,
close on a few games. I think I've gotten close on one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Of course.
But
But anyways, to put it kind of put in perspective, Ghost of Yote was like going to a restaurant that I know that I like. I know that I order the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
let's say you go to Irish pub and you always get fish and chips just because it's good and it's comforting, something like that. Or, you get a ribeye, whatever. And then Claire Obscure Expedition 33 was like this new restaurant that I've been hearing things about that people are like, oh, you should check this place out. They do like French Asian fusion or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. But then you always wind up to your comfort food place and then you finally try it. And of course you're like, oh, I see why people love it. But this game, and this is no exaggeration on my part. This is wholeheartedly what I believe. Not only it's my personal game of the year,
yeah,
but
it's a lot of
also
people's.
it is in conversation for one of my favorite. I believe it will live the time to be in conversation one of my favorite games of all time.
Ooh,
Okay, like it's
nice. I
legitimately,
love to hear that.
and I would not mislead you. I believe everyone, even if you've never played a JRPG before, should play this game.
Hell yeah.
And why is that? Well, for one, the story is so enthralling. It's a unique story.
Uh-huh.
The story of Sandfall Interactive is so amazing. Like, this is their first game.
Mhm.
The actual composer, he found her on Sound, or no, not her. He found him on SoundCloud, and like he's
Did-
never done anything like this
That's
before. Never done a
wild.
video game soundtrack or
and,
anything.
and this soundtrack's
This is
nominated.
the first. And no,
too,
I don't even
yeah.
think he found him on SoundCloud. I think it was like on a forum, and the head developer was just asking around for people to help him with music for his game.
That's some old school video game composing.
And
shit.
also,
that's how
the-
they used to do it. They used to just find people
yeah.
who could.
Well, and the head writer, guess what? The head writer's never written for a video game before, as well.
Well, hey,
So-
maybe that's actually good, because I do feel like sometimes I've played video games where the writing is very video gamey.
Yeah.
And tell me if I'm
And
wrong,
the
but like,
actual
the cutscenes I've seen in this game do not seem super video gamey. They seem
and obviously there was a lot more people involved, but Sandfall is just around 30 people, which may be where the name, where Expedition 33 even came from,
That's
or at least
awesome.
at the time and coming up name. But what's cool is it's also the developer. I heard when he was first left to like make this game from Ubisoft, like he wanted a JRPG, like that's something he wanted, and he knew Ubisoft would never like go for that.
Mhm.
And he was kind of getting bored testing out his combat mechanics, but he's also had been playing Sekiro at the same time. He's like, what if I just add parries to it? So there's in the combat. Okay. But anyways, the game isn't perfect. I'll get like there's some movement mechanics, that feel very you kind of feel like you're sliding around often when you're running around. Especially there's like these obstacle course mini games, which I like that they're there and they have banger music, but it could be a little frustrating because you're very just kind of floaty sliding around with your character. So that could have been, that could be improved on next time. But and then there's some Unreal Engine 5, like just like kind of asset, like it and you've seen it before, like a particular rock texture or something.
I get what you mean. Yeah,
I could see like if they had a larger team or
that's nothing to shame them about, though.
However,
that's just
the way
just efficient.
No,
video
but there's
game
just
design.
a little bit of that. There's just a little. There's just a little bit of like, it feels a little just an engine,
Right.
But then the actual art design and the like overworld and the world map and enemy design is such a breath of fresh air. Almost every enemy is unique and just weird and interesting. And like the actual world design and like how you're in these painted worlds conjoined and like all this just weird stuff that doesn't make any sense. It's like dreamlike quality to it, like an Alice in Wonderland type quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that uplifts it, and like those like little assets, Unreal Engine 5 assets you see, they contribute to a greater picture, and it's a beautiful game. And what's one other little nitpick before I just start glazing it. Sometimes the lip syncing can be a little off. It's not that distracting. I mean, it was done by French actors at first before they hired the English voice actors, which we'll get into. Well, the motion capture was, and then the lip syncing was, I would think, done after that.
Yeah.
But like the actual actors, the voice actors didn't do the motion capture; they voiced it.
Yeah.
Like
And
Andy Serkis
it's-
said, it was and by the way, stacked cat Jennifer English from Baldur's Gate,
Mm-hmm.
and she also Elden Ring. Been in a lot of
She's
stuff lately.
she's a Shadowheart.
Yeah, she's Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
And she's Mael in this, which is a
Nice.
different character for her, a younger
and,
character, more optimistic.
Charlie
and like
Cox.
Charlie Cox, Daredevil himself, which he didn't do a lot of promotion for this.
I
Or
didn't
is,
know
like,
he was in
none
this
of the
until
promotion?
I looked up the cast.
Well, apparently,
it.
because he was making Daredevil and still has an ongoing contract with Disney, and they're just scummy, he wasn't really, he couldn't legally promote this. He had to just promote his his Daredevil project, which of course we love Daredevil, but like, I didn't know he was in this until I started playing it, pretty much. And what's funny though, his character Gustav, who's the main character, character, love him. And Charlie Cox just brings him to life, but he looks, I don't know for sure, but I'm 99% sure that his character model is just like off-brand, or not even off-brand, just Robert Pattinson with a mustache. Like, he legit just looks like Robert Pattinson, but he's voiced by Charlie Cox.
That's fun.
And then also another kind of funny thing I noticed, Andy Serkis's character looks a little eerily similar to Pierce Brosnan. Not as uncanny as the Gustav Robert Pattinson one, but he does look a lot like Pierce Brosnan.
I've seen people talk
voiced
about,
by Andy Serkis. So that kind of throws you off a little, because like, you expect Robert Pattinson, but you get Charlie Cox, which I hope if they ever do a live action version of this, get Charlie Cox to actually play the role.
Yeah,
But have ADR done by Robert Pattinson.
that would be so good. I've
flip it on
heard
its
that
head.
Andy Serkis's performance is fantastic.
Oh my god.
in that.
And what's great,
Yeah.
he said like he didn't do the motion capture, which he's like a motion capture guy. He basically helped invent it, like in Lord of the Rings, like helped pioneer it.
He's like actually a pioneer.
But
in,
he
like,
he didn't do the motion capture for this. He just did the voice, and he said that kind of threw him off. But it also made him get more into the actual psychology of the character. And he said this character plays closer to him in reality than like any other character he's played.
Andy
Because
Serkis
he's
is
played like Caesar and King Kong and
Yeah.
Gollum, obviously.
Andy
a lot of
Serkis
otherworldly
is
characters.
legitimately one
human.
of my favorite actors ever.
Oh yeah.
Not just in his acting, but also like I mean, I know I think you've listened to at least one of them, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Oh yeah, I listened to The Hobbit with Andy Serkis.
His audiobooks of those are the best
He does all the
audiobooks.
voices.
They
and
are some of the
obviously
best
does the Gollum
audiobooks
voice.
I've ever listened to.
Yeah,
Not just because they're
it's
good
great.
books, but Andy Serkis is so good.
Just brings it alive.
The only other audiobook I'd put above that is the Kitchen Confidential of Anthony Bourdain, because Anthony Bourdain actually did
'Cause
the.
he actually
But
wrote-
that's for a different reason.
yeah.
But
But,
Andy Serkis is just so fun.
But anyways, the whole voice cast. Oh, Ben Starr plays
yeah,
a
yeah.
character. He's in it. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. But the whole voice cast is just phenomenal. The way that's brought to life, and the story, without really spoiling too much, because this isn't a game that just throws exposition on you. Like, okay, well, 100 years ago this happened, and the Boogaloos came in from the dark dimension and came in and fucked everything up for everyone, and now you're part of the crew that... No, it just brings you into this world, and it's like, oh, this is their reality, this is what's happening to them, and you just kind of learn with the characters
I like
more
that.
things, more details about the
I've
world.
I've always liked games that
And
do
also-
not explain the world to you.
It does not. In fact, I told you, I was like, I love this, but I have no idea what's going
That's
on.
one thing that I like about that, like really good RPGs. I think
Mm-hmm.
don't explain the world unless you seek out the So like you take Skyrim, really any of every Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Those games always start with you're just a dude, go. And if you don't bother to seek out explanations about the world, you will not learn about the world.
I would say this is like if you just dropped into Harry Potter or Goblet of Fire, but there was no other ones, and you just kind of get dropped into this. Just an ongoing thing, but there's no.
Harry, did you put your name into Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, it's like kind of just getting
Just dropped into that
in.
scene.
You just get dropped into the story, and then it slowly unravels throughout the actual gameplay. Like throughout, you find these audio logs of different expeditions. But basically, without giving away too much, just the basic premises, because this is kind of shown right off the bat, in the game. You're in this world called Lumiere, and there's this giant, like, paintress deity, like Lovecraftian paintress deity that's just there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big, like, monolith. Every time she paints a number, and she started it, well, you don't find out where she started it or when she started it until later on. But every time she paints a number, everybody of that age gets just Thanos snapped, which is called the gommage. They just die. They just turn into like flower petals. They're gone. So now we're all the way down to 33. So there's not a single person older than, or no, not a single person older than 32 now in this world. So like people have super short lifespans of this. And like ever since it's happened, they've been sending out these expeditions to try to figure out, to try to stop it. And you have people like usually of the age before, like in this case, they're all like 30,
so
32
you're
year
the
olds sent out to
expedition
this.
33.
You're the expedition to go try to stop this.
Okay.
And every time she paints the number, people just get dusted, the gommage, and like it's just a part of their culture and life now. And like a lot of people don't want to have kids, or they'll adopt kids, but they don't want to have them because like they'll be gommaged by the time they're like 20 if they had a kid right now.
Okay.
And it, there's a
cool.
lot.
That's a legitimately cool concept, I think.
And then you go and fight in these painted worlds, and there's these creatures called the there's the Axons and the Nevrons. The Nevrons are like the basic creatures you fight.
Mm-hmm.
They're these painted creations. And then you have the fun Gestrels, which you get a lot of side quests, and they're like the merchants and stuff. And then the actual, like I said, the actual score of this game is phenomenal.
Yeah, you were sending me some on Spotify the other day. Yeah.
I have it downloaded. Like I've been listening to it on my way to work.
Nice.
It's not too often. In fact, I think the last game score I got into was, well, obviously, I mean, Skyrim's still part of rotation. I'll throw that in to go to
Skyrim is like, at this point, like Skyrim is like the just, it's like our equivalent of like lo-fi study music.
Yeah.
It's just like...
But I think the last score where I actually like downloaded some tracks was Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe.
Nice. Yeah, the Red Dead 2 soundtrack is goated. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there.
Yeah. The guy who wrote
May I
the song that the Unshaken, the guy who wrote and sang that song died recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad to hear.
That's a bummer. But still. Ooh. Watch stream. What's going on here?
Oh, I just wanted, this is the song that plays in just the menu.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not playing in the right speaker. My bad. There it is.
Ah. That's beautiful. God damn.
And then this is kind of like the theme song, Lumiere. This is like the theme song of it.
Very French.
Yes.
But fucking awesome, though.
And then you have tracks like this that just...
That's cool.
And then you have tracks like this.
Cool.
And like
That's
absolute boppers,
That's
bangers while you're in combat or just in menus or exploring the overworld.
I feel like at some
reoccurring,
point,
like actual themes throughout the
I feel like at some point we
game are
gotta do an
amazing.
episode just talking about video game soundtracks, because it's like
yeah.
it's a part of music, like the music industry, that doesn't get attention as much as I think it should, because there are some that are like, holy crap.
But it's so important, and it's just really evolved like music. Like the way video game soundtracks, like it's made to loop while you're in a battle. Anyways, absolutely just amazing masterpiece of a game in my opinion. Like the combat is so enthralling because like I said, you parry and dodge. You can parry and dodge your enemy attacks and do counterattacks in the midst of their attacks with your parries if you parry each one. So it gives you much more agency and it has more action than just a typical turn-based game. You're not just clicking and just waiting for animations to happen and just hoping you have a good build. Like, no, even if your build's not perfect, you know, you can still manage to come out of hard boss fights if you get your parries.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, that can be game changing. And then also, you have these things called Pictos and Luminous. Pictos, each character can have 3 Pictos, which basically that gives you stat increases like on your speed, agility, vitality, crit rate, stuff like that.
Okay,
And then it also has a passive ability. Like, let's say, burning attacks do 25% critical damage. You get burn stacks, or you get a 15% boost to your counter attacks. You get blah, 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 all this. But what's great, once you like play with it enough and level it up, you can add the passives onto any character while another character has the like main Pictos equipped. So you have your 3 Pictos, and then you can stack your passives.
Onto
So I have
one
one that's called
character?
Roulette, where basically I have a 50% chance of either doing half damage or doing 200% damage.
Okay.
And I have that on all of my characters. Even though it's a little RNG, but like when it hits, it hits.
Nice.
And you know, and you have stuff that increases your passive healing, or increases like every time you do a parry, it gives a boost to your teammates, or like every time you do a dodge, you get this. Like all these different passive abilities that you can stack and you can synergize with other characters. And like, let's say Luna, her character has a lot of her elemental magic based abilities. Well, if you do a fire attack on this character, but then this character has a buff where, if character is burning, you get high crit rate, or you get a second play. Like you can get stuff where you get like tons of AP just at the start of the match, or where your first hit does a lot of damage. I have one that where it compounds 5% damage every time you have a successful parry. Like there's all kinds of cool stuff, and you can synergize it and really tinker with it and just make. This game allows you to make absolutely busted builds.
I love that.
It just allows you to do that. But
don't
it's still
see like I'm all for good game design and good balancing in games, but I also am all for games that let you, if you know how to do it and how to exploit the systems, that games that let you completely break the game.
And also, like, there's certain bosses, especially in-game level bosses, which I fought a couple of them before I was supposed to, but I have a busted build, so I was able to do it.
Yeah.
But there's certain bosses where you have to think, you know, you have to really synergize and come up with the best build possible. And there's a lot of times I'll switch my builds around just for particular enemies. Like if there's enemies that absorb, let's say you have a fire-based enemy. If you use fire against them, they will often heal the enemy. But if you use ice and counter that, or you have enemies that are weak to light damage, but they'll absorb dark damage, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have one character where her whole shtick is she has these different tarot, like these cards that stack. And like if you have a certain amount of cards, it gives you a certain amount of buffs. Another one, Luna, she's the elemental, like kind of mage of the group, she gathers these stains each time you do an elemental attack. And there's this one where if you have each of one stain of earth, fire, electric, and ice, if you have each of those, then you can do this elemental attack that barely costs any AP, but it does massive damage. And like, your ice attacks will be fueled by earth attack stains, or your lightning will be fueled by fire stains. Like, so you figure that out and like get in the loop of like, okay, first I do earth, then I do ice, then I do fire, then I do that, so you get in that kind of loop. Each character has their own like gimmick, like their own mechanic. Like there's one character where if you get the more perfect parries and attacks you get on the enemy, you build up your rank, and you can get all the way to S rank, of course. And once you're there, certain abilities will cost less, do way more damage, etc.
Right.
Another character where if you have different stances, and you start off with no stance unless you get a weapon that allows you to do it. But you start off with no stance, then you can do defensive, where you take less damage, but you also don't deal as much damage. Or offensive, you do a little bit more damage, but you take more damage. Or virtuose stance, which is what you always want to be in at all times possible.
Yeah.
Where you do 200% damage. And that stacks with whatever damage boost and whatever you have on your Luminas and on your Pictos. So it really makes you learn each character, but also learn how to synergize them as a team. But I never feel, but at the same time, I never feel like there's been times where I'm in a high level area I shouldn't be, where I'm just not going to stand a chance. However, if you can nail it and just get your perfect parries and dodges, you could pretty much overcome any enemy if you have good enough counterattacks and just enough patience.
That's cool.
So
That's
like
cool.
it's
like
not
a
just
mix.
RNG, and it's not just
It's like a mix of
their skill.
turn-based and action.
Yes.
Stuff. Yeah, okay,
But
that's cool.
And also, there's free aim. So like enemies will have a weak point, video game weak point, and you can free aim and shoot that first, and then
little
do your
spot
attack.
that glows red.
Yeah, it has all that video gamey stuff, but then the story is so just like unique, and also just it's sorrowful, but it's also fun. There's a lot of funny moments, but like the characters, the way they interact feels so natural, and you just really just get immersed in it, and you just care. This is like, I haven't cried for a video game character since Arthur died. Well, this game made me cry. Like the same way. An hour in.
The video game characters that have made me cry, I can count on one hand. It's not often. That's cool.
Can you name some of them?
Oh, sure. John Marston.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Arthur. Well, I mean, real men cry for John Marston. Yeah. Edward Kenway. Black Flag made me cry.
Yeah?
The ending of that one, yeah.
That ain't quite... Yeah?
Well, the ending of Black Flag is like, it's like a bittersweet type of...
It is bittersweet, yeah.
It's not like a he doesn't die or nothing, but like it's like a bittersweet type of ending.
Yeah, just saying goodbye. End of an era.
Obviously, Arthur Morgan.
Yeah. Lydia.
She died just the other day, Jackson.
Just tears of frustration. No.
Yeah, tears of frustration.
When you get so mad, you start crying. No.
After 14 years of playing Skyrim, I've still not figured out when Lydia is invincible and when she's not.
Right, when she could just die.
Because, like, in times, she's, like, invincible.
Inconsistent. Yeah.
But then, like, you'll be playing, and I'll be like, wait, where the fuck did she go?
She's dead.
And it's because she's dead. She died in that dungeon, and I go back and I find her fucking body, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was like just like just like a restless Draugr that killed her.
There's RNG, I guess.
I don't
No, but this game made me actually cry at a particular scene just because it's so well acted. It's just so sudden what happens. And then there's a lot of funny moments. Like I literally laughed out loud at like there's like a lot of fun, dry humor thrown in there. and just weird French stuff. But I love it, man. Anyways, let's actually get into the nominees. But yeah,
Yes.
I could go on and on about Expedition 33. I mean, it is. I could have a whole episode about this.
I
just by myself.
definitely am going to make a point to play it at some point, but it might be a while because Steam Deck just doesn't seem like it's quite worth it.
It's still worth
force.
experieing this game.
Well,
if
my
it's your only option,
my thought is if I end up, for
you-
example, the Steam Machine coming out, maybe I upgrade to that.
Yeah, just grab that.
And maybe
because you
that's
when
when I try this. Yeah.
This is a game like where, for one, the fact that it looks like a AAA game or better than a lot of AAA games, but it's not. And really to the fact that Unreal Engine 5 is just open source, anyone could use it and develop with it. But like it is definitely a game you want on high or like epic settings as much as possible. And you want high frames as well. Because I was playing it on the Steam Deck just farming in areas and stuff, which is great for that. But I was like, boy, oh boy, like 30 frames isn't going to cut it for these parries. Like it's not cutting it.
And don't get me wrong, 30 frames is playable. I mean, people forget that just one console generation ago that was the standard.
Yeah.
But
it's like not
when you're
gonna cut it
playing
for this
30
parries, bro.
frames at the lowest graphics settings,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
it's
you
not
know what's
the
funny?
best experience.
Usually, like my graphic settings for Steam Deck and PC are just completely separate. It just is. But I was I was playing on Steam Deck, and obviously it's on low with XESS upscaling, frame generation. But then I went and played on PC, and I was like, something looks weird. But I played it for like 3 hours before realizing I was on low. I was like, why does it look bad all of a sudden? I was like, is there?
Yeah, like maybe my monitor is being fucking weird or something.
Maybe, yeah. And then all my settings were on low. And I was like, oh, no wonder I was getting like 500 FPS.
That's funny. That's fun.
And I turned it up and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there it is. There's the textures. I mean, upscaling was doing a lot of heavy lifting, though, because it kind of had me fooled for a little bit. But I was just so into the actual combat and story that, like, you could play it on low settings and you would still be enthralled, like in my opinion. But you don't want to rob yourself.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm just saying you can, but you don't want to rob yourself of the full experience.
If I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna wait until at some point maybe I upgrade to a better machine.
Yeah,
and then I can experience it properly.
You want the proper experience.
Just proper.
Anyways, let's get into the Game Awards.
The nominees here. So
I'm on the voting.
I say we go through all the categories. Well,
it starts at Game of the Year. At least this is my thing.
Well, I say we go through all the categories. We talk about them. I'm gonna sign in so I can vote.
Have you voted yet?
I haven't voted yet. I'm gonna vote live.
I'm gonna vote live.
I'm gonna vote live on the podcast.
Alrighty.
All right. So we'll.
And also our vote, the fan vote only counts for 10%. 90% is the actual, their the jury of the gaming journalists.
Still, it's fun. Makes us feel important.
Anyways, Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. So obviously, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've talked to some of my coworkers this week about the Game of the Year awards, and all of them agree it's probably going to win.
What is?
Expedition 33.
Le Obscure.
Everyone agrees.
Has my vote.
That is probably going to be one. I think there's 4 games here that are truly in the running. I think there's 2 in here that are, don't get me wrong, good games, but I don't think they're going to win. So the first.
Wait, I'm actually signing in myself.
So yeah. You keep doing that. I'll go through. I'll go through the nominees here because I assume our listeners maybe have looked, but just in case. So we've got.
There we go. I'm signed in.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
I did already vote though. So
Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Is it just me?
I heard it's good. I heard Kojima cooked. I am
just finding out that the full title of that game is Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
On the beach.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
thought it was just Death Stranding 2.
No, because
Cool.
It's like the beach mode. It's the
Okay.
yeah.
I've heard it's better than the first game. I've heard it's good.
No, I heard it's much better and much more.
I've heard it's more action,
a little bit more consumer friendly. Yeah, some more action. You're not just walking
Um,
forever. You got some things to do.
Although I know the
But,
first game has its fans, but then there's Donkey Kong Bonanza.
And that
Kind
looks
of
great.
the odd
Looks like
one
a fun
out
time.
here because
Well, they always have to throw Nintendo in. If
yeah,
there's a major
well, the
Nintendo
thing is,
title,
I've
I
heard,
feel like.
I've heard,
But it looks great.
I've heard it's
Like
fantastic.
the destructible
I've
environments.
heard it's
and, like,
really good. I
I
definitely
heard
want
it's
to
like
pick it
Mario
up at some
Galaxy.
point. Yeah,
meets, like Red
it's-
Faction. you
Yeah,
know, like-
yeah, exactly. I've heard it's
Or like Ultimate Destruction.
it's the same
Ultimate
actual
Destruction.
development team who did Mario Odyssey.
No, yeah, it looks like
I've
just
heard it's
that, but
really
even better,
good.
maybe.
And I definitely want to pick
Like,
it up. But
looks
I've
like a lot of fun.
also
But isn't it like
when
$80 and it's only on the Switch too?
it's
So I think that kind of hurts.
it might be $70. Still expensive. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Expedition 33 is a $50 game, by the way.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
$50 game on
$50
sale for
game.
45, and you get at least 50 hours of content. Like I'm in Act 2, the
Yeah.
tail end of Act 2, but there's Act 3 and the end game, obviously. And then if you collect-a-thon if you just run through the story, you could probably get through it in about 40-ish hours. I'm at like 35.
But
But I've been
35
doing
and
a
you're
lot
like
of side
what,
stuff,
like
and I've
halfway
been
through the
doing-
game, maybe.
Maybe over halfway. I don't know.
But
I've
still
been
around
not-
that mark.
I've been
That's
trying to stay
pretty
away from
good.
that. It's a well-paced game. There's plenty of side stuff to do, but like I feel like I'm gonna be sad that it's over. Like I'm trying not to just burn through the story.
You know the cool thing
Like,
about video games
even though
though is you can always just play it again later.
Well, New Game Plus. It has
Yeah.
New Game Plus already.
That's a good
Anyways.
feature. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, don't get me wrong.
yeah, that's there. I mean,
I definitely want to pick it up at some point. I've heard it's
not.
I've heard it's very good. Like the first good Donkey Kong game in like a few decades.
Yeah.
I correct
Yeah, there's
myself,
only
not
been,
just
like,
a couple,
few.
a few.
Yeah.
But I remember when it came out, no
What
one
about
was
Tropical Storm or whatever, or Ice Jungle or whatever that one was, or the Bongos one?
the bongos.
That's still the best one.
Yes.
That's the best peripheral.
But
like
when it came out, though, I remember no one was talking about it like it's game of the year. Like
no, I just heard it's
and I know sometimes games come out that kind of fly under the radar that really are good.
I think
but like
maybe
but
if Nintendo made their stuff
Nintendo
accessible.
game.
Well,
Well,
I think
it's like
let's
like
say
I think what was it
Nintendo
last?
just decided to make their games available on Steam. I think it would maybe have more of a chance because then more
Maybe.
people would play it
Yeah.
or get to
But
play it,
but at the same time, it's like I remember last
which they
year
would never do.
last year it was Mario Wonder. Which
Like we're gonna get a Bloodborne PC port before we get any kind of Nintendo PC port. Like
Yeah.
long before that.
yeah.
So
Well, but it's like I remember like what last year game of the year was Mario Wonder.
if ever, yeah,
Which I've heard like
I
actually
enjoyed it.
innovated the
It's a good
Mario
2D.
format.
Well, it's just like Mario World.
I don't
mean,
think it won Game of the
fun
Year,
stuff.
but when Breath of the Wild came out, people were talking Game of the Year about it. I don't think it won, but like people were talking about that.
Breath of the Wild was
Because they were
yeah,
like,
rather
wow,
than
this
to-
is actually like an innovative, really good game.
yeah.
I've heard
yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is good,
Transcends.
but I've not heard it's that good.
Well, like
And
Breath of the Wild is like art. Like this
Yeah.
is art. Expedition 33. This is like high art.
And,
okay?
and don't get me wrong,
So-
like don't get me started on Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They are two of my favorite games of all time.
yeah.
But Donkey Kong feels like a Nintendo shoe-in sort of game. Hades 2.
Anyway, Hades 2. I've been playing a good amount of it on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's I think it deserves one of these categories.
Is
coming
it
up.
game of the
think
year
it's a-
though?
Best action game. No, it's not game of the year. In
Yeah.
fact, it's just more Hades, and
Which is
and
good.
I feel like
nothing wrong with that.
it's
Hell.
more Hades, but I would say the combat and actually like the character interactions improved on. Like there's more unique dialogue.
Yeah.
And like
Okay. Yeah.
when you do a particular thing in the actual dungeons, and you'll get like some cutscene type dialogue with it. It's a little bit more horny than the first Hades as well.
I'm all for that.
That kind of.
I don't.
So
I'm not. I'm not gonna
that
hide.
adds to
I'm
it
not
as
gonna
well.
hide it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. In fact, Expedition 33 is a little horny sometimes as well, and I believe the developer had a foot fetish because one of the core characters, Lune,
Some Tarantino
she
shit.
flies. She flies when she runs, and she always flies with her feet like put back where you can they're always in frame.
Isn't it the theory that Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish?
Yeah.
There's
he
a
definitely
lot of
does.
foot
That's not
shots.
a theory. That's not a theory. That's just it is what it is.
Um,
Anyways, Hades 2, I think it's a blast. It's fun to get some. It's a good just like grab and go game. It's a good like, oh, I've got 10-15 minutes to kill or 30-minute lunch break. Let's play some
That's what I've
Hades.
always loved about Hades. Even the first
You could just
one
get into it.
was
You just get into it, and it's fun. And the art style, I love
yeah.
the art style, the music, and the combat. I think it deserves best action game.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and say, I forget what the other nominees are, but I think it's a contender for that.
Yeah.
But
Game of the year though. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't think so. But
but
Hollow Knight Silk Song,
Uh-huh.
the long-awaited sequel, it was almost becoming the new Half-Life 3.
This is the
at a certain
wild
point.
card. I think
This is a
of
wild
this
card.
list.
Honestly, before I played Expedition 33, and even considering my experience with Ghost Yote and some of these other games here, Silk Song was a contender for me.
It was
It
for me
is
too.
mechanically, like I said, it's a mechanically perfect game. Like there's not a fucking bug. Well, there's a lot of bugs actually.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of but they're ones that you
it's-
want there.
the right kind of bugs. But it's but literally like it's precise. The combat is precise. The art style, I love the art style. It's made by 3 guys. Team
Oh
Cherry.
my god, the fact
Also
that it's
French developers, I believe, right?
three guys, and keep in mind, one of them is basically just like the marketing guy.
Yeah.
That does not mean
game
he did,
designer, the art.
that does not mean he's
designer.
not done his fair share of work for it. But still,
I think
don't-
it might be a little too hard for its own good. Obviously, we've had difficult games win Game of the Year, Elden Ring, but I think it's maybe that
I'll admit I haven't
steer some
beat it.
people
I
away.
haven't beat it because I got stuck.
I'm on a boss that I almost beat earlier today, the Widow, but that was my stone wall boss.
Yeah,
But I'm getting there and I'm getting back into it. It's a phenomenal game, beautiful little art scene.
I will say
the fact that it's only $20 and that it's just a complete package.
I think I'm a big fan of Metrovanias.
Oh yeah,
It's one of my favorite genres of games.
Phenomenal Metroidvania, one of the best Metrovanias.
The only, I'm being honest, there's only a few Metroidvanias of all time that I might place above this, and they're all over 20 years old.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Yeah.
Super Castlevania 4. I'm talking
Yes.
Metroid Fusion,
Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night. I'm these
Throw that in
games.
there.
These are all what you would consider retro games now. As far as modern Metroidvanias goes, this is the best of the best.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
no, it's just a perfect. Honestly, like I said, I could nitpick how precise it is, but that's not really right nitpick. Like I said, even with Expedition 33, there's some imperfections there.
Yeah.
Tiny little
it's
nitpicky
like
imperfections. For me, it's a 10 out of 10 game.
Hollow
but
Knight has a
maybe,
difficulty
there's never
level
truly-
of like. So I think a good
This is
example
purely
is
skill based.
Yeah,
I mean, it really
I think
is.
a good
There's not a
example
lot
to
of,
compare it to, which is like an extreme opposite, is you take Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm using this example. Hear me out.
More French.
More French.
Pouton.
This is a French episode.
A
You're
pouton.
you're making me proud of my
Oui,
heritage.
oui.
Making me proud of my
Among
French
me.
heritage, Jackson.
Yeah.
My great grandpa was French.
Oh, you know what? One of my coworkers, when I was telling them about Expedition 33, and they were like, "Oh, it kind of sounds like Assassin's Creed," and which is a real. I don't know where they get that from.
Oh, where they got that from?
Maybe because Unity, but it's a real kicker considering the developer left and abandoned Ubisoft so he can make his passion, his work of art here. But also the fact that. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, it's more like Final Fantasy, actually.
Yeah,
that's
what it is. I do have a
is.
coworker, one of the tellers, who is he's a JRPG guy.
Teller, I hardly know her.
Hold on. I was not prepared. There we go. You got it before I
just need to keep that pulled up here. Yeah,
but he's a JRPG guy, so I mentioned this to him, and he was immediately had opinions, but they were all good opinions. Anyway,
on Expedition.
On Expedition, yeah. He has also played Silk Song though. It was very cute actually when Silk Song came out. I bought it like the week it came out, but I waited a few days after release.
He bought it. I was like $20. Why not? Let's just buy it.
He was who convinced me to
Perfect
buy
with Steam Deck.
Well, yeah, $20. I mean, come on. He was who convinced me to buy it though.
And I put 50 hours on this game, but it's not even close to rolling the credits.
But it was really a
lot of that is farming as well.
It was actually I thought very cute though because the reason he bought it was because he has like a I don't know, they're under 10 years old, a daughter who he played the first Hollow Knight through.
Oh, cute.
Recently. And then he was like, now Hollow Knight Silk Song's coming out. And then he's like, you know, maybe it's a little difficult for them, but now I'm enjoying it. But
yeah. Anyways, I think it is a contender, but I've already placed my vote.
It's
obscure.
I say it's a wild card. I said that earlier, and I say that because I think
it's going to win a different category.
I think it's legitimately a contender when you talk about the quality of the game and the fun factor and the hype around it.
The hype. Oh, it would,
and it's the rare game that it lived up to the hype.
It lived up.
That's rare
to the hype. Beyond that,
but you know that type of game never wins Game of the Year.
I think it could have. I think it had a chance.
Well, which is why
Expedition 33.
Which is why I say it's the wild card. It's like maybe it could. It has a chance.
That would be an upset, though.
It is a little bit of an uphill battle simply because of the type of game and because of like Expedition 33.
Now, this next one, I think, has your vote.
It does. Yeah.
I'm going
to tell you that
it better.
Now. Yeah.
In fact, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you know, amazing sequel and does so much more and like a little bit more accessible and just the story is just right away, like getting back in the world and like based in history and
I'm
gave me Oblivion vibes, like
I'm gonna give you some background.
Yeah,
on my attachment to this game. I backed the first Kingdom Come Deliverance before it was listed on Steam.
Whoa!
I pre-ordered it straight from the developers because I heard the pitch of the game and was like, oh my god, this sounds like the game I've always wanted. This is a open world immersive RPG that's based in a historical setting. Yeah. And the way they described it, I was like, this is exactly what I want. And I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but I want to support this shit. And it's from an indie developer. So I remember my bank actually, I had to do it twice because my bank blocked my card because they were like, someone in the Czech Republic is trying to use your card.
That's
because I was backing it straight from the developers.
Yeah, international transaction.
From Bohemia Interactive. But the first game came out, and don't get me wrong, I did really enjoy the first game. But it felt a lot.
Yeah, I got it on sale for like $20.
Yeah, I think the first game is still worth it if you can get it on sale, especially now, because I bet the sales are probably ridiculous on that now that the second one's out. But the first game felt a lot like, okay, I see your vision, but I do not feel like it was totally like you totally were able to follow through with exactly what you wanted.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. Still a good game. But I was like, not quite there. This game feels like what I pre-ordered back in 2017.
Yeah, it meets those and exceeds those expectations.
Yeah, this game feels like what that vision wanted to be.
I put a solid 40 hours into it, but I got stuck in this one mission where you have to break your you have to break the Prince Hans. What's his name? Prince Hans.
Yeah, Hans Capon.
Out of Hans Capon out of prison, essentially.
Who, fun fact, was a real historical person.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of real him and Sir Radzig and a bunch of other.
Sir Radzig, I know, yeah.
A bunch of other ones, but Sir Hans was a real.
I got stuck on that frustrating mission. I didn't know what to do or where to find the medicine for the guy.
I remember that mission. It's a frustrating
But I got
one.
past it. But I got past it. But it just frustrated me. And I love it, and I definitely want to play more at some point. Really put more time and actually progress further in the story because I really did enjoy it.
Yeah,
and it was almost like one of those games I set time aside for that. But for me personally, it's a little, and this isn't a subjective opinion. Just for me personally, it's a little too simulation.
Yeah, that's why it gets my vote personally. Right. Like, it's my game of the year, but it's not going to win. It's not going to win, and the reason is it's because exactly what you were going off of. It's one of those games where you either click with it or it's not quite there.
Well, I also think you just really have to set your mind to it and like really get immersed to the point where you buy into the actual, and it's great. It's amazing simulation. And it's not as simulation as the first one. It's definitely more.
It's not quite as hardcore.
Open world RPG, but it's not quite but still got a lot of that.
It also does.
And that's what makes it unique, though.
One thing I do appreciate about it is if you're playing it off.
But I just hate, like in the first one, Henry just sucks.
Yes.
It's not fun to play a character that sucks necessarily for me.
Yeah,
and building up that underdog story and actually building up and getting gear and getting more powerful.
It is funny because it's like kind of the RPG part of it is in the first game, and it's something I appreciate about the second game as well. So in the first game, you play as Henry. He is a peasant.
Yeah.
Who knows nothing about the outside world,
combat skills,
has no skills at all.
Yeah,
and the game reflects it. It says no. This character sucks at everything.
Just a loser.
But by the end of that game, you get better. This game makes it easier, and my understanding was that was on purpose because you're playing the same character who went through all that shit before, so you don't start.
And I think that makes it more
completely sucking at everything. I think that was a good call on their part.
I had a way better time with the combat in this one. It's a little easier, I think.
The combat's a little streamlined. I think a lot of stuff is streamlined in the game compared to the first one, but
it's easier to get armor sets. It's easier to just like rob a guy or beat some guys and get their armor, or just steal the Duke's armor.
Yeah, a lot of stealing.
Henry's
an absolute. If you want to play that game in a way where you're actually like getting good gear and getting good shit, you are an absolute menace.
And just a psychopath.
Just a total psychopath.
Just a murderous thief.
Also, the dice game. I think it's just Farkle. Yeah. But the dice game.
It's medieval Farkle.
I got completely addicted to.
Yeah.
And but no, it gets my vote because for me it was this game where it felt like it was finally that game that I wanted from all those years ago. It was finally living up to that. And
I still really like it.
In general, just like I'm the type of fucking nerd that's just like, oh shit, I can do blacksmithing and I actually have to hammer the metal myself. That's fucking awesome. Like I'm that
for
type
me
of nerd.
personally. Now I don't know. I don't know if you playing Expedition 33 would change your mind on that, but I do think it would be a harder decision.
Probably, yeah.
Because, I don't know, but for me,
again, it's kind of like for what I said is
you don't know that. But no, I think it definitely deserves a nomination, and I think it has a chance. And you deserve to vote for it.
Maybe I'm voting for it. It's my choice for the reasons I said, but realistically, I don't think it's going to win.
For me, it would be a closer toss-up between Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Hollow Knight Silk Song. If I haven't played Expedition 33, I'd be on the fence between those two.
I think realistically, my guess it's going to be between Silk Song and Expedition 33.
But anyways,
realistically, yeah.
I absolutely enjoyed Kingdom Come Deliverance, though. I was into it. I got to those frustrating parts where I'm like, hey, I don't have a lot of time to play games after work and etc. And when I want to play a game that really just like I just click with it and it just works, and I just I'm not stuck like in the same mission for hours trying to figure it out. So it's a little, for me personally, it's a little too simulation, a little too hardcore in that way. But I'm
the fucking nerd
it.
who's like, I just want to be a medieval peasant. Just give me a medieval peasant. Give me a medieval peasant simulator, and I'm cool. I'm
the one that wants to be the douchebag knight, just macing people, just
I haven't played the DLCs yet.
Have that
I haven't played the DLCs yet because they're fairly recent that they actually released. And I've been playing other stuff recently, but I did buy.
But anyways, I think
the season pass.
Oh yeah, nice.
I
think we should get the show on the road. Though
I'm not sure I've ever bought a season pass for a video game before.
I definitely have.
I think this is the first time I ever did it because I was playing and I was like, shit, I want that. And a while back I bought the season pass, and the
latest one I bought one for.
Maybe I just have to play the game again so that I
got the Dark Ages one, Doom to Dark Ages, so I could have access to the DLC level, because the DLC the Doom Eternal Fallen Gods DLC, or what's it called? Something gods, something. Anyways, that DLC was just goated, and for Doom, I just want more of it. So
totally.
Dark Ages, I'm surprised it was a little controversial. Well, just a little divisive. You have Eternal players that don't like it, but then you have the more old school Doom guys. I
definitely want to play it at some point. It does not run on the Steam Deck.
Apparently, it's verified.
I don't believe that for one fucking
No, me neither,
moment.
because it's an intensive game. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move
Best
on.
game direction. Yeah. Now let's just kind of go through these. Clay Obscure Expedition 33 again. I'm going to be saying that over and over in this podcast. Which pretty much gets my vote there. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction design. A completely brand new IP here, and that just floored me and floored everyone.
The fact that it's a new IP and everything,
and
is
the actual gameplay, like just the fact of just adding parries and dodges and a more almost rhythmic feel to the turn-based combat, and just the actual story and everything, just like the way it all melds together, it's just a perfect, just experience, honestly. Death Stranding 2 on the beach, haven't played it. It's not, I don't plan on, I love Kojima, Metal Gear, yeah, Silent Hill.
I don't really want to play Death
even though he's
Stranding.
not part of that
it doesn't
anymore.
look
It's
like
just,
something that I'm into, if I'm being
I'm
honest.
sure eventually, if it's on sale, I might try it out, but it just doesn't look it. I like how it's like an ever evolving world where like players build structures and stuff that you can utilize in the world, like in like a live online thing.
Yeah.
And like the different vehicles, like Tron bikes and whatever, and it's just weird Kojima story, so that's cool. Ghost of Yote, yeah, I mean, it feels like just another epic Kurosawa film, or actually it leans a little bit more towards like Kill Bill, like Tarantino. There's a lot more of those vibes in the
I can
game.
appreciate that. I love that. That's cool.
And yeah, Ghost of Yote, I think deserves a nomination. Hades 2, yeah, I mean, for creative vision, I mean, just the art style, but and the actual gameplay loop, roguelite action game, that's
it's
cool.
kind of I do feel like Yotai and Hades 2 are kind of still doing what
just more
their previous games
just
did.
improving on it though,
just better, still better, but
better iteration.
still.
And then Split Fiction, which is Hazelight Studios, they did It Takes Two before, and a couple other like co-op centric games.
I heard that was pretty good, but
get a friend and play it, and I heard it's a lot of fun.
Co-op specific games rarely interest me, so I kind of
I think we could have fun with it. We could stream
probably
it or
could.
something.
Maybe we
on
should check it
sale.
out at some point. Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know. I feel like
what got your vote here?
I feel like the only, even though I've not played any of these except for a little bit of Hades too, I feel like Expedition 33 makes the most sense in this one.
You're just because you just know that.
just thinking about it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You're correct.
Best narrative.
Best narrative. Now, this one, Kingdom Come, I think, also deserves this.
I
Silent Hill F, haven't played it.
I've heard it's really good.
Ghost of Yote, I think it's a cool story. Like the character's cool, and it's cool, but it is just a basic revenge quest.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing unique about that. It's just done in a cool way. It's just cool. It's just well done. It's just a well done version of that. Death Stranding 2, I have no idea what the story is. It's like some weird Lovecraftian experiments going on, and then you're walking forever.
It's got Norman Reedus
and a weird baby, and Norman Reedus, and you have a weird baby. First, you had a baby like in a jar that you're trying to carry somewhere, and then there's like these weird shadow people that try to get you.
Yeah,
just Kojima craziness. But Expedition 33 absolutely gets my vote on this one personally. Because the actual story is so important to what
I can't
to go back to this game.
I can't go against. I can't go against my boy Henry.
Can't go against Kingdom Come. Yeah.
Henry Escalitz is my boy. I love him.
That would have got my vote if I didn't play Expedition 33. So
best art direction.
Now this is where I actually steered away from the glazing.
Yeah. So
I think
we got Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2.
I think it has great art style, but
Hades 2.
Hollow
Knight.
Those are both just phenomenal, like with their art direction. I love Hades 2. Like
I gotta go with Silk
and,
Song
like,
on this one.
The cool cell shading. Silk Song, I mean, the art style is just
blew me
what
away.
Really makes it shine.
Yeah,
like, the actual designs of characters and like
Silk Song is just like it's vibes.
But for me, I could change my vote here, but I'm gonna stick with my guns. I voted for Ghost of Yote, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The actual open world and like landscapes, like when you approach a new region and it opens up and like you see all the mountains and like the fall foliage and like you see the snow in the distance and Mount Yote in the background. Like it's just a beautiful open world. One of the most beautiful open worlds I played in recent memory. And like you just want to explore every little corner of it. And it just invites you. There's even a part where you just meditate. There's a mission. You're with a master, and your final trial is just to meditate.
I like
and
that.
like you can
Well,
just leave. I set the
I-
controller down. I was doing stuff, and it was just like on my screen, like as a screensaver for a while. And just, and the actual
one of the things I liked about I haven't played Yotai. Obviously, I don't have a PS5. Um, but in
exclusive.
Ghost of Tsushima, one thing I really liked was like the side activities and stuff that were just like the haikus and
Yeah,
stuff
there's
like
so much
that.
more of that in this. So much
I
more.
love shit like that. I think
Yeah.
it was Assassin's
there's-
Creed Valhalla. As much as it's my least favorite Assassin's Creed game for a few reasons, one of the things it did well was there's side activities like that. You can do the rock stacking is a side activity in that game.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love shit like that.
Yeah,
Love
it's
it.
fun. It's just little side things to do. Yeah, to slow down, just to slow down from the action sometimes. But for me, yeah, the actual like when it opens up and when it zooms out and it goes into widescreen on your screen when you're riding your horse, like it zooms out a ton. Like the field of view, goes way far on your character is small on the screen, but then you see the landscape around you while you're
Nice.
galloping is just epic. It's cool. But Hades 2 and Silk Song, I think both could win this as well.
Yeah.
But for me, I had to vote for Yote because I did have some great experiences with that. And that was like out of open world games, I think it's one of the best looking open world games I've seen in a while. Maybe since like Breath of Wild's art design.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
It's in that kind of category for me personally. It's just really pretty to look at.
Nice.
Next, best score in music. For me, it's Expedition 33, Lorian.
I feel like because I have actually been able to listen to some of it, I feel like I would probably agree with you on that.
It's just goated, bro.
I will throw out from what I've heard, because I've listened to a bit of it. Ghost of Yotai.
Oh yeah,
does have a pretty excellent score.
I love, and you have the lo-fi mode and everything you can play on,
and
like the hip hop lo-fi
and Hollow Knight. Is an underrated one in this category. Oh, it is. I will say, because its score is not one that hits you in the face.
No, it's
very subtle,
it's soft,
but it's
really
very
builds.
nice.
The first four, the 4 out of these 5 I played.
Yeah,
Hades 2's got some cool bangers, dude. Like it seriously does.
Yeah,
but yeah, Hollow Knight is Silk Song is a very much kind of a lullaby that kind of ebbs and flows. But then the absolute for Expedition 33, there's so many bangers when you're in combat, but then there's these beautiful long drawn out songs, orchestral or just one woman singing French, which I don't understand, but I know Claire
I know how to say.
But then there's
I know how to say one thing in French.
What's that?
That's fermer la bouche. Because that's what my great grandpa would say. It means shut your mouth.
Oh, Platon. I know that's a curse word.
Fermer la bouche. Fermer la bouche.
Fermer la bouche. But the actual. No. No. But the actual the variety that you get with Claire Obscure is you'll be doing a side little activity on one of these gestural beaches or whatever, and it's just playing an absolutely cool funky jazz banger, and then there's some the guitar work, the orchestral work, the vocal work, and just how each song fits within the particular little world you're in and battles.
Yeah.
And it's just a gaming soundtrack that I've actually listened to outside of the game. I like it that much. So I have to vote for that one. So
next is best audio design. This one I have not played any of these games, and unlike a soundtrack, I can't just go and listen to it.
No, you actually have to play it and experience it.
So I can't speak to any of these.
I think for audio design, the actual audio design of the world of Expedition 33 is really important, and especially parry timings and stuff. You get sound cues, but the actual, I think the vote really deserves just to go to its score. The audio's design's great, it's good. It's not like I have issues with it.
Right.
But I think this actually, out of ones I played, deserves to go to Battlefield 6, actually. In
Ah,
fact, I would say Ghost of Yote may have gotten my vote because there's again the like immersive winds in the world and like the actual you know, parry sounds, like the sword clings, is really cool. I could go back in that direction, but I would say Battlefield 6 has to have it. Like the actual immersion, like hearing shots being fired, you know, from, you know,
mhm.
a couple miles away or whatever on the map, and like the explosions, and like you're in like a tight corridor and you hear someone running around. Like that's so important in a multiplayer game, and they do so well with it. I did get to play the beta. I don't have the actual release yet, but like that they nailed that, like the actual immersion of like feeling like you're in open warfare and like all this.
Right,
And like,
right.
you know, like a tank, you'll hear a tank creeping in, and then boom, like a big explosion. Oh, a jet fly over, you know, stuff like that. It's just so like
Mm.
um yeah, it's just immersive, and I think it's,
I've
you know, I
not
think it deserves that.
heard. I've not played
Like
it, but I've heard pretty positive things about Battlefield 6 so far, and I think that's cool because I played Battlefield 3 back in the day,
it's like Battlefield 3 just
and
for the new
it's
generation.
cool that that's like
It's like that.
yeah.
It's good.
So next
Silent
is
Hill F. I'm
oh yeah,
sure Silent Hill F has great audio design as well, especially for being a horror game. You kind of have to.
it better. It's a
It
Silent
better.
Hill game.
And
I
well, it's
mean,
nominated, so I mean, I'm sure it does. But I feel like it would be disingenuous. I think Battlefield 6 deserves it.
yeah,
I
okay, yeah,
at least,
yeah,
you know, because so much of that is contingent on having a good audio design, and it does.
yeah,
And it far outshines Call of Duty. And by the way, Black Ops 7, I heard like at least the campaign is like AI slop.
yeah,
Like they literally used AI in that game.
yeah, yeah.
At least for the calling
Um,
cards and stuff, but I think it was more than that. I think it was actually story stuff. But
yeah,
anyways,
I think they.
um,
Anyway,
yeah, it's a really bad
next
game.
is
Best performance. Now here we have
So
Ben Starr,
mhm.
Expedition 33, Charlie Cox, Expedition 33, Erica Ishii from Ghost of Yote, she does a great job. Jennifer English, Expedition 33. It's like 3 of them just for Expedition 33. And then Kanatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, sure she does great. And then Troy Baker as Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that
think
that one barely sneaking in there because it came out last
is
December, but that counts
much
for this year's Game of the Year.
Yeah, and I think as much as I would want to vote for like Charlie or Ben or
Uh,
Jennifer English, I think Troy Baker
I was
deserves
gonna say the
this
same thing.
because
I gotta give it to Troy Baker. I mean,
all these actors do such great jobs, and it would be cool to see Charlie Cox like win for this as well,
oh yeah, I would. I
because he's like a
legitimately,
TV guy, like a movie guy, like to win a video game thing.
and I really like Charlie
But
Cox too.
yeah, I mean he's Daredevil, but I
but,
think Troy Baker deserves this because there
to-
wasn't. It
to-
took like about 5 minutes playing the Great Circle because I had on Game Pass when I had Game Pass.
Uh-huh.
I don't anymore but it took like 5 minutes to get used to it, and then I was like, oh, this is just Indiana Jones. This is just
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
The
Like, he
his
does so
his
good with the
ability
actual-
to pull it off,
And
how well he
that
does.
game
is-
is basically contingent, depends on that.
yeah,
Like
exact-
if Troy
yeah.
Baker slipped up or didn't do a good enough job, you would lose the entire magic and like everything of Indiana Jones when it's not Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. And Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones, and Troy Baker is a good Harrison Ford. So I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
Will he win it?
Probably not.
Will people have remembered Indiana Jones: A Great Circle?
Probably
Is
not.
it probably
that
going to
game
be
kind of
one of the-
came and went really quickly.
Is it probably going to be Jennifer English or any of the Expedition people?
Probably.
Honestly, I think Erica also, she does a great job with her performance in Ghost of Yote. Like, I'm so closely connected to that game, it doesn't feel right not to vote for it, like as in many categories. But I think Troy Baker deserves this. Like,
Yeah.
he truly,
Yeah.
like, to
to
actually
be
capture
able
that.
to
Like,
actually do the he's convinced me through watching his performance in that. If
just the
they
mannerisms and like
if
the,
they wanted to say do like an animated Indiana Jones series or something like that,
get Troy
they
Baker.
absolutely could get him,
Yeah,
and it would work just fine.
yeah.
And that's
Could
hard to
definitely do
say because it's like Indiana
So-
Jones is a difficult character.
I'm
do.
not going to be upset whoever wins this, really. You know, it might just end
Yeah.
up being an Expedition 33 sweep.
Probably.
But I think
yeah.
Troy Baker deserves this because, to actually nail Indiana Jones and make it
and
believable
also
trick
he's
me into thinking it's Harrison Ford.
He's
like,
our boy
literally,
Troy
so-
Baker. Come on, it's Troy
Well,
Baker.
also,
Would love Troy Baker.
yeah.
But
But I will say,
next
Charlie
is,
Cox, though, I'm
oh,
close to switching to his
Yeah.
performance, man. Even though he's a Robert, he looks like Robert Pattinson, and that threw me off. Okay, next is innovation and accessibility, which the only one I've played here is Doom the Dark Ages.
So the recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by wider. I will say,
you played Shadows.
I played Shadows, and I'm going to vote for it. Not just because it's
So
the
what does
game
it do?
I played.
What does it do accessibility wise?
They made a version of the game specifically for the Steam Deck.
It's that. Well, yeah.
So if you play Shadows on the Steam Deck, you're playing a different version of the game than
but they make
the
it where it
regular
actually
PC.
can run.
Yeah, no, they actually like you can't take the PC version of the game and adjust the graphics to run on the Steam Deck. They did that specifically for the Steam Deck. So if you download the game on the Steam Deck, it'll detect that you're running it on a Steam Deck, and it'll adjust the game in a way that you cannot normally do so.
Then I think that's big
to run on the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
and it runs very well on the Steam Deck.
Wow.
I think they're the only game that's come out since the Steam Deck came out that did that. There's some other games that have Steam Deck specific. So
it's like essentially a Steam Deck port.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just like Steam Deck graphics.
There's some other games that have Steam Deck graphic presets.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk did that. But those are all presets that were already in the game. They're just like a recommended preset for the Steam Deck. This is they actually
going through and actually doing
they actually ahead of time optimize the settings for the Steam Deck. So when you download it, it detects that and it says, here you go. Here's a version of the game that looks decent and runs on the Steam Deck.
And I'm sure it has like colorblind mode and whatever.
Yeah, it does have all that sort of stuff too.
Yeah. High contrast, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's literally giving people accessibility to play on their Steam Deck. So I think that's deserving. I played Dark Ages, obviously, and I think a lot of Doom fans are going to vote for that simply for the fact because you can turn up the combat speed. If you want it to feel more like Eternal, you can do that. You can turn the combat speed to 200%.
That's cool.
Okay. Or you could slow it down if you're just really bad at it, or just an old Doomer shooter that just wants to play some Doom and not have to, get everything right if you just want to play it. So I got to vote for that. I got to vote for Doom Dark Ages
nice.
Because I didn't play Shadows. But, that sounds like it deserves it.
I recommend Shadows at some point. If you can get it on sale, pick it up.
Cool. Now, games for impact for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. I've
not played any of these.
I
heard South of Midnight's pretty cool.
So we have Consume Me, South of Midnight. Yeah, I heard that's cool actually. Like, isn't it like an action?
It's a
hack and slash.
It's a fairly linear kind of. I've heard it described as like kind of an Xbox 360 era style adventure game where it's kind of linear, like just making your way through levels. But I've heard it's good.
And then we have Despelote, which kind of looks like a soccer game of sorts.
I've legitimately not heard of any of those other ones.
Yeah, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and Wonder Stop. I'm just gonna abstain. I'm not gonna vote for that because I don't know it.
Best ongoing game. So this is between two for me. So the nominees are Final Fantasy 14. Amazing,
great
that game is still going.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's impressive. Fortnite, kind of the shoe-in, I guess. Because I will say,
but it's just
I don't play Fortnite. It's not my thing. But I do.
They have new game modes.
I've come to respect
like Lego Fortnite,
what they've been able to do with it.
But it's also just like corporate slop at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't.
But
it's not my thing. It's not my art. I don't.
It's kind of a game for everybody now.
Mm-hmm.
There's like so many different modes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2, I mean, I feel like I have to vote, but I haven't played Helldivers 2 in a fat minute. Like, obviously, was super into it, put 200 hours playing online with you guys and just randoms and just.
Yeah, fantastic.
I love Helldivers 2, but I haven't played it in a minute. Bro.
I've heard.
So like,
I've
I
heard
can't
it's
really
dropped
speak
off a
on...
little bit recently. I haven't played it in a
Yeah.
while. I've heard it's dropped
I know
off
they
recently.
added the third faction. I knew their name. It's the
They're basically like
the
evil Helldivers.
alien squid guy. Well, no, it's the alien squid guys.
Oh.
The what are they called?
I know. I've heard that it's dropped off a little bit recently, just because like I don't know.
But so much is pay. You have to pay for the different. Obviously,
Yeah.
or grind a lot for the different gear and whatever.
Yeah.
And weapons and stuff like that. So it's
But
not. I would say not. Oh yeah, the Illuminates. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Terminus, Automatrons, and Illuminate, and they're a ton of fun to fight. Like, and
Yeah.
it's cool, like playing in like actual cities and playing on Super Earth. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals, and then No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is in this category, because it went from being such a like disappointing like version
And if I'm
of
being
what it expected, and now they with free updates, Hello Games has made it beyond what we expected.
And if I'm
with
being
No Man's
honest,
Sky.
I think
so. Like, and
I
they
think for
continue to.
another year here, I think No Man's Sky for me
Probably gonna
still
win again.
deserves the win.
Marvel Rivals, though, the amount of free content, like the new characters they dropped,
impressive
like
what they've done.
Daredevil,
I kind of
and,
hate Marvel Rivals players.
Oh yeah, the players, the fan
I
base
kind of
is
hate the fan base.
toxic and
But the game itself is fantastic.
yeah.
I think for me, it's between Helldivers 2 and No Man's Sky. And I think, personally, I still have to give it to No Man's Sky, because they are continually showing that they actively want to add meaningful shit to the game.
Yeah.
And they are actively trying to put out a good product for people after all these years. The Switch 1 or the Switch 2 came out day one of the Switch 2 being released, June 6th. No Man's Sky had a free Switch 2 upgrade.
That's awesome.
And they've been bringing
Probably it's gonna win it
and
again.
and they I've joked about, I think I've joked about it with you before, like a few months back they released an update that added basically the shipbuilding from Starfield
Yeah.
into
You
the
could
game,
have like a
and they did it better
freighter,
than
like
Starfield did.
you walk around in.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you're
can
not
go
just in a starfighter.
outside the ship in the middle of space. You can just stop your spaceship
That's
and
cool.
open up the door and go outside. And then the other, like last week or the week before, they did another big ass update.
I think No Man's Sky deserves a vote. I was leaning towards Marvel Rivals because it's something I've been playing more. Well, I dropped off of it, but like the actual free content you get, like the new characters, like
I think as
the Daredevil,
far
Angela, and the
as-
X-Men, but like the actual like
I think as
would
far
say-
as like keeping the game going, keep like actually delivering content.
well, they added like Marvel Zombies and like a zombies mode,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
added like an 18v18. But I feel like No Man's Sky still deserves it.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
But they gave the fans what they wanted and continue to exceed that. So yeah, I think No Man's Sky deserves.
So this next
well.
category, best community support, I feel like it's a similar category, but I think
Recognizing a game for outstanding community support,
little
transparency,
different,
and
though.
responsiveness, inclusive social media activity and
so
games.
we've got
I would
Baldur's-
say
Baldur's Gate 3.
Helldivers.
Yeah, so we've got
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate
Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2,
Helldivers
and
2.
No Man's Sky.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
going to give it to No Man's Sky on this one.
I feel like Helldivers 2 actually deserves this personally, because I remember like when that one patch came out that everyone agreed on sucked, like where they nerfed everything, and then they went back on it and they fixed things, and
Yeah.
then they gave us new factions,
And-
and like they actually hear the community, and like the actual live updates on like what's happening with the Super Earth updates and all that.
Yeah.
Like, and you can check on that. Oh, the
They did a thing
the
where
automatons attack again, and like everyone just really jumps in on that, and like it's just a cool community.
they did a thing
like,
where, so
experience.
they in the early days of the game, I think you and me were playing around that time. There was one of the planets that everyone was fighting on, and it was deemed the battle of whatever that was, and now they've implemented if you were a player then who fought in that battle, you get a cape that indicates that you are a veteran of that battle or whatever. That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Terminids. What was the planet?
I don't remember what it was called. The other game in here I want to mention is Baldur's Gate 3, because Larian has been really good at engaging with the community and implementing new patches with features, classes, and stuff.
Since I played.
Well, like the most recent patch was like a few months ago. They're still updating Baldur's Gate 3 with new patches, new classes, new stuff that the community wanted. They implemented in-game mod support. You don't have you can go like Fallout 4 Skyrim style. You can you can go into launch a Baldur's Gate 3 on consoles. I believe it's also included.
Yeah.
And download mods.
So does it get your vote?
I don't know. This is kind of a tough one. It's between that and Helldivers on this one.
For me, since I experienced it, I went through all that and Helldivers too, because it was like getting the updates and stuff was fun, and like on Discord and like, oh, we got to join in on the battle against.
I think I'm gonna give it to Helldivers, like, because I think
just the fun factor of it, like I'm
gonna give it to Helldivers for the fun factor, for the whole,
and also just how like responsive they were to like when a update come out and everyone unanimously agreed it sucked, and then they go back and fix it, and then I think very responsive. Next, we have best independent game. So best indie game.
This is an easy
now,
one.
This is where Hollow Knight Silksong is going to get it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go through the nominees real quick. Absalom, haven't heard of that one. Bollock's Pit, Blueprints, Expedition 33. They're not going to give it to that. If they give it Game of the Year and this, I think, because it doesn't even feel like an indie game, which is the crazy part, because it is, but it feels like a AAA game, which is impressive. But like Hades 2, it's a great indie game, but Hollow Knight Silksong.
Hollow Knight.
The absolute hype and like just the perfection, like just the
100%.
And like that's where they're gonna give Silksong a win with this category. I guarantee you, because I don't think it. I think like it's like the dark horse to actually win Game of the Year, but for best independent game, it's no brainer.
Oh yeah,
it's Silksong. So that's what they're getting. Now, best debut indie game. I feel like this is where Expedition 33 is going to get another one, because literally you develop a game, it's your first game, and it's nominated for Game of the Year, and everyone just is like saying, "Oh, this is one of the best games of all time."
I've heard Blueprints was pretty good, but
isn't that like a point and click? Like
it's kind of. I think so. I've not played it.
And then Despelote again, and then Dispatch. Dispatch looks cool. Like Aaron Paul's main character. It's like a Telltale game. Like you make choices and all that.
This is kind of cool.
This is cool comic book world.
But
for me, I gotta vote. I gotta vote for that again. Because it's literally a debut game and a Game of the Year contender at the same time.
Best mobile game.
Sonic Rumble, maybe. I don't know.
I don't give a shit about
I don't know any. Persona 5 Phantom X. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. Destiny Rising, but I don't know. I'm just gonna vote for Sonic.
Best VR AR. I don't.
Now I haven't had the opportunity to play a VR game, but I heard Alien Rogue Incursion's amazing. Deadpool VR looks fun, but
I don't know. I've
Midnight Walk, Ghost Town.
I'll be honest. I don't pay attention to VR stuff unless it's a real big splash.
Yeah, I can't really vote on this. I mean, I don't have a VR headset.
Best action game.
AR, so.
Okay, here we go. We've got Battlefield 6, Doom of the Dark Ages, Hades 2.
Yeah, that's a good contender.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
Which I haven't played, but I played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is a good throwback.
Classic,
Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I can't really... I think this could be a tough one. I think it could potentially go to Battlefield 6. Maybe Dark Ages, I do think deserves it. It's just rad, and like the shield combat and everything, and But I think honestly, Hades 2 is gonna get my vote here.
It's the only one.
It is just
I've
pure action
of,
for me, because Doom is just Doom to me. Yes, it's an action game, and I think it could potentially win, but I feel like Hades 2 is like the coolest, like, you take an action game, make it a roguelike, and make it a cool, great portable experience, and like just the art style of everything adds to it, and like just the because Hades, I mean, I think it's the more fun to play. Like, I think Dark Ages is a great action game in its own respect, but it's not one you can just play for a few minutes. No, I feel like you really have to get into it for a little while. Ninja Gaiden 4, I think, probably could win this as well, even though I haven't played it. But
I've not played it, but Ninja Gaiden is classic.
Slaps. I mean, yeah,
always is good.
And I heard this harkens back to like the best of the 3D era. But I'm gonna vote for Hades 2 there.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm surprised Ninja Gaiden Rage, the like new retro one they came out with.
Oh yeah,
same developers that did Shredder's Revenge. They were doing into Marvel Cosmic Invasion beat 'em up, which I played the demo. Definitely gonna grab that. It's a ton of fun.
Best action
adventure.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Go see Yote. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
But to
Indiana
me,
Jones: A Great Circle.
So,
which I mean,
so to me
makes sense. And Split Fiction.
To me, Indiana Jones has to be my vote.
Did you even play it though?
I played a bit of it, yeah, just on Game Pass.
Yeah.
For
me, what kind of threw me off
if
of
I'm
it
being
is
honest,
the
though,
first-person perspective, even though it's a great from machine game.
If I'm being honest, it's just because it's Indiana Jones.
Well, yeah, because that is adventure.
It's not necessarily because I think it actually is the best of these titles. Like,
Silk Song kind of feels weird to be in this. Well, I mean, it's combat, traversal, and puzzle solving. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I feel. I'm gonna give credit to Ghost of Yote here. I gotta give it some votes.
Mm-hmm. Nice,
because I do love that game. Silk Song, I gave it for best indie game. Okay,
and it deserves.
And I would have
100%.
I would have voted for Game of the Year if Expedition 33 didn't exist and I didn't play that. So I'm gonna give Ghost of Yote some credit here personally. Now, best RPG.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay,
you know my vote on this one, but let's talk about
Avowed. Why is Avowed here?
I don't know.
I played it. I tried to like it.
I heard it was
the
okay.
Combat's kind of cool and punchy. Like but Obsidian just dropped the ball. It's just so generic.
I heard some people liked it. It was okay. I heard Outer Worlds.
It is 2. Not Skyrim killer. It is not an Elder Scrolls like even. It's so shallow. Like none of all the characters are fixed in place. Like there's no like. It's such a it feels like a game that was made to be a game in a TV show that the character is playing in the background. Right. That's what Avowed feels like to me. The RPG version of that. And I can't believe Obsidian did that. Even though Outer Worlds 2 with in Outer Worlds
2
which I don't know if that's eligible.
It is. It barely
like that should have been there instead
barely
of this.
Slipped in.
And I didn't even play it.
Outer Worlds 2, I've not played.
But Avowed was just so boring.
I've heard it's okay. Monster Hunter Wilds, I've not...
Outer Worlds 2 is in nomination.
Yeah, that's right here. Yeah.
There's 2 Obsidian games, polar opposites. Monster Hunter Wilds, I heard it's good.
I've not. I'm gonna be honest. I've never played any Monster Hunter game.
I got one of them a couple of months. I got World. But
they always look pretty cool
on sale on Humble Bundle. I have not played them yet. I have 2 Monster Hunter games I've not played yet.
Let's be honest.
I played Monster Hunter 3 a long time ago.
Let's be honest though. The 2 real nominees here are Expedition 33 and KCD 2.
Okay, so the difference, you have JRPG with a cast of characters, and it's a fantasy world.
Yeah,
and you
got a party.
That kind of a JRPG.
Yeah,
and then you have just immersive
sim RPG.
RPG.
Very different. Very different.
Very different. I think they both deserve it, but I think honestly, for the actual playing the role of something. Because that's the name. I think it has to go the Kingdom Come Deliverance. just because you
Nice.
really are Henry Escalix and you're going
Yeah.
through his struggles and his
My
and like
boy
you,
Henry.
you can get thrown in prison, in a dungeon, or you get publicly shamed in the, what is it called,
The stocks.
the
Stockade-
stocks, and like people
stockades or
throw
whatever,
fruit
yeah.
and shit at you,
Yeah.
and like you're just like there and
I
dealing
love
with
I
it,
love
and,
the
like,
details. Like
the
if you don't wash yourself regularly,
yeah,
and then
people think
people
you smell like shite. Like,
yeah. So like it's like the beginning of the game. When
So for-
you have shitty clothes and you're dirty and you go up
Yeah.
to the inn and you're like, "Can I have a room?" And she's like, "No, fuck off."
yeah.
So I don't want
I
you
think
fucking
for the
bums around here.
actual like immersive role playing, you're playing the role of Henry. I think it deserves it
Yeah.
for that one, definitely.
Best fighting game. I've not played.
But then
any
again,
of these.
RPG is such a broad genre.
It is.
Like
It
it's
is.
so
It's-
we're in a world where Clair Obscur and then Kingdom Come are both considered RPGs, even though they're radically
they're
different games.
at this
You know,
point.
it-
anything that has like a leveling system is considered an RPG at this point.
Yeah,
It's kinda,
yeah. If it's got stats.
yeah.
Yeah.
Best fighting game. I've not played any of these, so I don't know.
I heard Mortal Kombat actually. It started out rough, Mortal Kombat 1, and then it's good again.
This is not
but-
Mortal Kombat 1. This is Mortal
this is the
Kombat
Legacy
Legacy Collection.
And then Capcom Fighting Collection 2. It's a lot of collections. It's a bad year for fighting games. I'm not gonna vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that
I
one.
don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. I've skipped a few of these. I don't know, but that
It's
one
an
I'm
amazing
like-
year for games, but not
Best
fighting games.
family
Now, best
game.
family. Definitely not
I've-
Mario Kart World,
I've
because
only-
it's like $100 game.
I've
So
only
like,
played
if
one of these.
you don't get the bundle.
Yeah,
But I heard Mario Kart World looks great. By the way, it's just that price.
it's good. It's it's good. It's a kart racer.
Yeah, for an $80 kart racer
It's good. It's I don't know.
or
what else to
$100
s-
attack.
I don't know what else to say about it. There's nothing else to say.
Lego
about it. It's Mario
Party,
Kart,
Lego
whatever.
Voyagers.
I've
Sonic
heard Lego
Racing Cross
Voyagers is
Worlds.
pretty cool. I'm gonna abstain from this one because I just don't feel comfortable voting for Mario Kart World, even though it is good.
Yeah, I'll abstain because I haven't played any of them.
I just don't. I don't want to.
Best sim / strategy.
Okay, I've also not played any of these.
Turn-based sim. So Jurassic
Ooh,
World.
I do very
Evolution,
much
all
wanna
the Jurassic
play
Worlds
Fi-
are good.
I do
Sid
want to
Meier's
play.
Civ 7.
I do want to play Final Fantasy Tactics. That looks very good.
You gonna vote it just because you want to?
No,
play
I'm
it?
not going to vote for it because I want to play it, but I do want to play it.
Yeah, I can't really vote here.
2 Point
It's not really
Museum
my
also looks pretty
jam.
good. I did play 2 Point Hospital.
Oh, yeah?
Which is pretty fun, and that looks fun.
That's cool.
But I'm not going to vote for him just because I want to play him.
I heard Civ 7 is great though,
I've heard that, yeah.
but they're all kind
Best
of great.
sports racing game.
Best sports, that's again a weak year for. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I heard Rematch is actually a really
Rematch is
fun
the guys who
take
made
on the
Sifu.
soccer game. Yeah, and it has some of that kind of built into it, like with the directional kicking and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard it's pretty cool. Yeah,
But I'm just not. I'm gonna abstain from that as well. Best multiplayer. Now, Arc Raiders, I heard, is a great new like looter shooter. I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but it does look fun, and it could very well win this. Battlefield 6 probably might win this,
Mhm.
or maybe should win this, because I think it is one of the like a first-person shooter that doesn't have all the nonsense and slop and shit that like COD has now.
Yeah,
And it's like taken seriously, back to basics. This is just Battlefield. You're in the military. Like there's not, SpongeBob and Patrick running around with weed themed AK-47s and Hank Hill or Peter Griffin aren't dropping down out of nowhere and no scoping you. No, like this is a serious, immersive multiplayer shooter. Like bringing it back to like this is for men, kind of thing. Elden Ring Night Rain. I do want to play it at some point, especially now that it has the duos mode. But it's the odd one out here. I feel like it's an extremely niche game.
I do feel
and
I
it's
do feel
also-
like it's this game that's you got to be into Souls likes in the first place,
You have to be good at it too, because it's a roguelike.
Yeah,
version of
and you
that.
got to be good at them,
And-
and you have to want to play a multiplayer game at the same time.
And
Which
you're
is
either,
even
you
it's
get a
a
friend that will play it with
smaller-
you, a friend or two that will play it, that actually really get into it and play it with you,
Yeah,
or just play with AI and just be.
it's just this, yeah.
It's just really niche. I want to try it out. I mean, I have to as a Souls guy, but like, it's the first Souls game I haven't bought. It feels weird, but
Yeah.
with the duos mode, if it goes on sale, I might just get it for us. Like if it's like on sale for $20, and we can try streaming that or something.
Yeah.
Peak. I'm gonna vote for Peak.
I'm gonna vote for that
Actually,
too. That's a great
had
game.
a ton of fun with that, guys. We gotta play more.
We gotta do
Just
it more. Yeah.
nonsense ragdoll, just climbing up shit, and navigating
The
environments.
the
and,
whole like
the-
the voice chat where it's like proximity based.
yeah,
is great.
it's fun. That's some of the most fun I've had.
I
playing with you
remember
guys,
us
so-
like shimmying across like this ledge, and
Yeah.
something blew up, and I flew across the map,
Yeah,
and it was just like
Yeah, I
this
remember.
suddenly like, oh shit, did Colton just die? What?
yeah. But I think honestly, Battlefield 6 should probably get it. Split Fiction, just co-op. I don't think it's in a weird category where technically it is a multiplayer. You play with one other person.
Yeah,
But I think-
it's a weird one.
You know, as
I
far
don't know.
I think
I've heard it's cool.
Battlefield 6 should get it, but I would love for Peak to get it.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
All right, now best adaptation.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay.
We have a Minecraft movie, which I did see in theaters. I actually had fun with it.
Yeah.
It was cringe, but in a good way. It was fun cringe.
It
was. I had fun with it. I didn't have the chicken jockey freakouts, people throwing popcorn and all that. We did have people cheering,
Yeah.
but luckily it wasn't
I
too
do.
crazy.
I do feel like it, in a weird way, did actually match the vibe
like goofing around with your friends
of
on a Minecraft
the-
server. It has
well,
some of that
and
like,
the community pretty well.
energy.
Here's a fun thing I learned. So
and Jack Black just
so
I
in,
am Steve.
in the movie, there's a bunch of stuff that you see that like builds and stuff in the game, both like
Yeah.
structures, but also like redstone contraptions and shit.
yeah.
They hired active Minecraft YouTubers to design that stuff
That's cool.
for the movie.
That's really cool.
So there's like certain like Minecraft YouTubers who are like, yeah, the chicken, the chicken song he sings where he has like the fried chicken, that
Chicken
whole
jockey.
contraption was designed by
I mean,
a
no,
Minecraft.
not,
the
la 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 lava.
yeah, the lava
Chicken? Yeah,
lava
the
chicken.
lava
That's
chicken.
it.
Goat.
That whole contraption was designed by Mumbo Jumbo,
It's like a real redstone
who is
contraption.
a Minecraft YouTuber.
That's cool.
Which I think that's
Then you
fun.
have,
I just think that's fun that they included people actually in the community.
Mhm.
Apparently, there's also I'm not active and I watch Minecraft videos occasionally, but I'm not like active in.
I gotta get to sleep
but-
soon. We gotta get.
Yeah,
through
we gotta
this,
get
but-
through this. But there's also, I guess there's a reference in the movie to a Minecraft community member who passed away before the movie came out.
Oh, Technoblade.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in it.
So I
And
appreciate.
He was like, yeah, he was a legend. Yeah,
I appreciate
And
that,
then
yeah.
so we have Devil May Cry. Haven't seen the animated. Splinter Cell Depth Watch. I actually heard that's cool.
That's cool.
It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, yeah.
Last of Us season 2. I enjoyed Last of Us season 1, but just knowing what happens
Mhm.
because I already, I knew about the games and stuff. Obviously, I didn't play through all the game. In fact, I haven't played the game, but I just ended up just listening to the spoilers about the game.
Yeah.
Just that kind of thing. I didn't really care enough about it. I heard they're great games,
It's one of those
Just-
things
I
where
don't
it's
know,
like
I
I know
just
people got
never-
really angry about it.
never got
and
around to
Yeah.
but I didn't bother season 2 because I know what happens with Joel. And then Until Dawn, it's nothing like the game. Aside, there's some like a cameo in it, but it's not adaptation in it. It's almost like a parody of it.
Mm.
It was not good. I
No.
saw it. It was not good. I fell
I
asleep
think I'm gonna give my
during it.
vote to the Minecraft movie.
for the memes alone.
I think
Yeah.
it.
Now,
It's-
come on, now.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game. Do we have to? I mean, it's
Do I-
GTA 6.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
come on.
I'm gonna say, that's what's gonna win. It's not my most anticipated game.
I can't lie to myself. It's my most anticipated game.
It's not
Uh,
my most anticipated
Is that
game.
basic? Is that the most basic
is
thing
The
ever?
Witcher
Yes.
4.
That does look great.
It's-
And they switched Unreal Engine 5, which, you know,
Mhm.
looks great, but we'll see how that works in practice.
Content creator
Resident
of
Evil
the
Requiem.
year.
Marvel's Wolverine looks awesome. I mean,
It
if
does,
GTA
it
6
does.
wasn't on there, I don't
Yeah.
know, but and then 007 First Light. I mean, a new James Bond game, that's cool. But for me, it's got to be GTA 6. I mean,
Content creator of the year. I vaguely kind of recognize one of these people.
I know I'm voting for Moist Critical.
Yeah, that's
For
the one that
Charlie.
I vaguely kind of recognize.
Yeah, I watch it. Yeah, he's
I
fun.
don't watch his stuff, but
Um,
I kind of
And then
I've seen his face.
best
before.
esports game. Okay, probably League of Legends or Dota. Maybe Counter Strike 2. I don't know.
When did
I
League of
don't-
Legends?
I'm
and
not
Dota
into
2
esports.
come out? That's been around for. Counter Strike 2
Oh,
is still. Oh my god,
15 years. I don't know.
this is
Long
crazy
time.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
I don't know.
Best esports athlete. I don't know these guys. I don't follow esport. I
do
heard
not.
Brock deserves it. I guess.
I don't. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to downplay esports. I think it's cool that there's
Just
an
not
aspect of
into
video
it.
games that are taken seriously, but I don't
Yeah.
follow it. Esports team, I don't know.
Don't follow it. Sorry.
Um,
Player's voice.
Player's
All right.
voice. What does that mean?
What is this? 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. Oh, okay. So that's the end of it, and then
Okay.
you can vote again.
Yeah, whatever.
I guess.
Anyway, those are our votes. But
Around 130
before we
Okay.
end this episode, because we'll have to end it pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go through. I have it pulled up here. The Golden Joystick
The gold-
Awards.
Yeah,
'Cause
let's see.
Maybe
who won these.
maybe these are kind of some what might win. So we got best storytelling. Expedition 33.
Clearly.
We've got best audio design went to Ghost of Yotai. We got
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely could deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot there.
yeah.
Let's just go to the.
Here I'm just gonna go through the list I have because it's yeah.
Well,
I'll just
let's just go down. So, best
I'll just
audio
run.
design, Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
Best early access game, Repo.
What
Okay.
what
yeah,
what
best?
what
Huh?
website do you have this pulled up on?
I'm on Games Radar.
Oh, I have the Polygon list pulled up.
Okay, let me get on Polygon so we're on the same.
I've got best multiplayer game. Peak.
Oh, awesome! I'm glad.
Best
I feel
visual.
like,
Best visual design. Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Best game
pretty
expansion.
much deserves it.
Lies of P Overture.
Great. I haven't played
cool.
the DLC yet. Lies of P though, if it came out this year, would it be a vote
Yeah.
for like best action game for me at least? A phenomenal game.
Yeah.
Love
Best indie
it.
games.
Also French.
Yeah. Also French.
The French are just
a lot of
yeah,
French.
I mean, they have
French are
something
just-
for good games, huh?
Just doing a good job this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Best indie game self-published. Hollow Knight Silksong.
of course.
best-
That's gonna win best indie game in this. And
Well,
game,
best indie
I
game.
mean, I just know it. Oh,
Blueprints.
oh,
Interesting. I've heard it's
Interesting.
good. I don't know much about it, but I heard it's a coworker.
I know
recommended
nothing about
to
it.
me.
It's like a
Studio
click.
of the Year, Sandfall Interactive. Makes sense.
well, yeah. I mean, come on, come out. Your debut game is like a masterpiece. Like, come on.
Best early
Like,
access game,
how do you do that?
Repo. Don't know about that. I don't know that.
It's like a Repo Man situation.
Well, I assumed that.
Yeah. All right.
Best soundtrack, Expedition 33.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a given. I mean, that's good.
Best game trailer, Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer 2.
Trailer 2 specifically. Okay, yeah. still playing mobile Pokemon Go, still playing consoles and PC Minecraft. So that just people still play Minecraft.
People
Is that
still.
what that means?
Those are stupid categories.
Streamer's Choice Peak. Okay, I can
Hey,
see that.
nice.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Best remake / remaster. Of course, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Yeah, but was there any other remakes or remasters that came out this year?
There probably were, but I don't know.
Probably were, but not like
I was the one
not
that
like
made
the other.
splash. Yeah.
The year before, I feel like had more like Dead Space, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Best
Breakthrough Award Schedule 1, which is the drug dealer simulator.
I've not played that. I've heard it's fun. I've watched a few streamers play it. It looks fun.
Best gaming hardware, AMD Ryzen 9950 XE. One of my coworkers got 9060. It's like 9060.
Nice.
That's like an equivalent to 5070. RDX 5070, but way cheaper.
Dude,
best game.
I remember in 2015, I bought a gaming PC that was like one of the best gaming cards on the market at the time. And that thing would be considered like not as powerful as the Steam Deck now.
What was it, like a 20?
I don't remember what it was
60
exactly, but it was.
Was it AMD or was it GeForce?
It was an AMD.
I mean NVIDIA.
I had an AMD. Yeah, but it was like one of those like high end, like what is considered high end now.
Yeah,
and now it's like the Steam Deck is just as, if not more powerful than that was.
Right.
And that's like,
then
oh my god.
Just how far we've come. And
that's exactly with how far it's come. Yeah.
Best game adaptation, Arcane Season 2. Yeah, I heard it's good. Best supporting performer, Ben Starr, Clay Obscure Expedition 33. Best lead performer, Jennifer English, Expedition 33. Yeah. Hall of Fame, The Sims.
The fuck
Don't
does
really
that
know
mean?
what that means. It's in the Hall of Fame now. PC Game of the Year, Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Okay.
All right. Console Game of the Year, Ghost of Yote. Well, yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
PS5 exclusive. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It is the first game that I've actually played on the PS5 in maybe a year. Like actually seriously play. The rest I just play on my Steam Deck or PC. Well, before that was Resident Evil 4, but that was pretty much it. And then Critics' Choice Award, Donkey Kong. I feel like they have so many different subcategories because they don't want to commit.
There's a lot of subcategories.
But then most wanted game, which is most anticipated game, basically Grand Theft Auto 6, of course. And then Ultimate Game of the Year, Clay Obscure, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's solid, but I also,
No KCD 2 at all in there. Come on, guys.
that is crazy. No KCD.
I bet if I had to bet, the one that on the game of the year that it has the chance is best RPG possibly.
I think so.
I do not think it's gonna win game of the year. I think it's too much of a you either vibe with it or you don't type of game.
Yeah. No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
You definitely have to vibe for it. It's not gonna just immediately grasp you. You have to be into it.
You have to be willing. It has to be your type of game. But no, that's a good list though. I like that Peak won two awards in there. That's awesome. Because Peak is a cool game. I like that.
Just want to look something up real quick. So yeah, Clair Obscure Expedition 33, which I've glazed enough, but has become the most nominated game in the Game Awards history, earning 12 nominations across. As we went through,
Wow.
we were repeating that over and over, but it just kind of makes you realize this achievement surpasses previous records held by God of War Ragnarok, which is truly great, I think, and The Last of Us Part 2, each of which had 11 nominations. So it beat 2 AAA games on the number of nominations it gets as well.
Wow.
I feel like this year is either going to be like when the Titanic won everything, like for Expedition 30. I do believe it's game of the year, but I don't think it deserves every category that it's in. Maybe like, 10 of the 12 categories. No, no, but I mean, I think the categories it genuinely deserves, well, for me personally, game of the year, score, and then like direction.
Yeah.
But then I think the other ones could be a toss up where it goes.
I mean, like I put my vote for game of the year towards KCD too.
Our best debut,
but not because I think it's actually going to win that. I think it's going to be Expedition 33 is going to take that one.
Well,
although, like I said, a Hollow Knight is that wild
next
card.
month.
Is that wild card?
It's definitely gonna. I guarantee
totally
you,
shocked.
it's gonna win best. I guarantee you, it's gonna win best independent game.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be totally shocked if it won game of the year, but I doubt it.
Yeah,
I think that would be an upset. But if, like I said, if Expedition 33 didn't exist, it would win Game of the Year, which would be great and amazing for a Metroidvania $20 indie game to win Game of the Year. And the fact that it's that close and a nominee is awesome. Because it's just that great. I'm going to play some before I go to bed tonight on Steam Deck.
Nice.
Oh, and I just want to show my Steam Deck swag real quick.
Oh, yeah.
For you, Colton, at least, because we're not doing video yet. But, I got this new skin for it, and it's really a clean white and black, like with the tech grid on it and stuff, but it glows in the dark.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, so let me see if I can. Hey Google, turn off bedroom light. You might not be able to see it. Yeah.
Not
it's
really.
Not dark enough.
Yeah.
I got some Christmas lights on, but it does glow in the dark, which is fun. I like glow in the dark stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And it's from D-Brand. It has a good texture to it as well.
Nice.
Like I like how the trackpads feel.
Nice. Yeah.
So, you know,
we bought or more like she bought.
I got the kill switch.
Some glow in the dark covers for our remotes, which is very useful.
Oh, cool. It makes it easy to find in the dark.
Yeah. Glow in the dark shit's cool.
Anyways, yeah, I have to wake up tomorrow, probably play more E33 this weekend as well, but probably going to try to beat this boss in Silk Song.
Nice.
Because I want to get past this stone wall. I want to just beat her and just like get through it because I want to enjoy more of this game. Nice. I put 50 hours in, and as a Souls guy, like, you think I wouldn't let a stone wall stop me. But also as a guy that has a limited amount of time to play games and has to really pick and choose what game you play,
it's hard.
When you get to a certain point, sometimes I want to jump to a game that's just more, like Ghost of Yote is just more comfort casual for me. That's why it took me a while to get to Expedition 33.
Recently I've been playing I've been playing Arkham City.
Yeah, I saw
I've been playing it on the Switch.
It runs great on the Steam Deck.
I've been playing it on the Switch too. Because the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City ports for the Switch are pretty decent, and that they run fantastic on the Switch too.
Yeah, and it's the remastered visuals as well.
Yeah, and it's the better hardware on the Switch too helps. I will say Arkham Knight is technically playable now on the Switch too. It was not playable on the Switch 1, even though they did.
Oh, really?
Port. They ported it to the Switch 1, but it was like not playable. Terrible. Now it's playable. It still looks like shit.
It's amazing how great it is on the Steam Deck.
Because it's still the Switch 1 version running on the Switch 2. They haven't upgraded or anything. It's just the better hardware makes it actually like run okay now. It's not great. It's still locked at 30 FPS. And it's still a terrible port. So because it's like the Switch 2 playing it on
but
the Switch.
Asylum and City are good.
Oh yeah, they run fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, there's
I love how they're both not verified.
There's
and
quite
Arkham
a few.
Origins as well isn't verified on the Steam Deck, but it plays
they run great,
flawlessly.
Yeah. There's quite a few games on. There's a lot of games on the Switch that like the Switch 2 runs them way better, but like the port, they're just running the Switch 1's port because there's no official Switch 2 version. So it's still locked at 30 FPS because that was how the Switch. Witcher 3 is one of those games.
Well, now you can start inhaling the copium because that's how Bloodborne players have felt since basically that game has existed, being stuck at 30 FPS, not being able to get those 60 frames, bro.
You take like The Witcher 3.
All I want
The
is
Witcher
Bloodborne on my Steam Deck or on PC, which would mean Steam Deck as well, running at 60 frames. You don't have to upgrade any visuals. You don't have to do a damn thing. Just give us an uncapped frame rate on PC and let modders do the rest of it if they want. But I don't even need that. Just a game at 60 FPS would be like playing a remaster.
Well, it's like on the Switch too. It's like a good example is The Witcher 3, because like the Switch 1 port of The Witcher 3, which was surprisingly good for being what it was, which was a PlayStation 4 game running on the Switch 1.
Yeah.
Well, very surprisingly good. Runs very well on the Switch 2. You're talking like no frame drops.
I heard Cyberpunk runs well on Switch 2 as well.
Cyberpunk does run well, but that was built for the Switch 2. I'm talking this is a Switch 1 game port running on the Switch 2, and it's like it runs better. The Switch 2 absolutely could run the full version of The Witcher 3. But it's still the Switch 1 port. So even though
PC settings,
medium to high,
yeah,
you can run Witcher 3 on high settings on the Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck's about on par with the Switch 2.
I don't like running it on that though. I like getting more frames.
Yeah, but still, you could run it on high on pretty decent frame rate. Like you could be absolutely capable of having like a full like decent looking port of The Witcher 3 on the Switch 2 that like is on par with other consoles right now, but they haven't upgraded it, so you're just running the Switch 1 port, which doesn't look great and is capped at 30. It's not even uncapped.
The more you tell me about this, it steers me away from this Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean, there was an issue. There wasn't,
but like the fact that there's not enough first-party games as well,
especially
games that are like built just for the Switch 2.
I will
like. There's a lot of cross-platform.
I will say it's getting
cross-gen.
I think it's getting better. There's been more games releasing for specifically the Switch 2, and also, I will say, on the other end of this, if they had released a Switch 2 and said you couldn't have cross-platform, or backwards compatibility, I wouldn't have bought it at all.
Well, no, I like that's there
because what I wanted was the Switch but more power. That's what I was buying into.
Paying for the upgrades or like the actual cards, like the virtual cards.
Most companies are not charging for the upgrade. That's just Nintendo.
But Nintendo is.
It's just Nintendo.
And that's what's shitty about it.
But
the fact you can't just put Breath of the Wild in it and it just runs better because it's on the Switch 2 now.
That's just Nintendo doing that with their games. Most companies are not doing that. But I know for a while, and these were all nothing's been like confirmed or officially said, but these are all like pretty credible, like behind the scenes rumors, was that for a bit there until very recently, Nintendo was actively withholding Switch 2 development kits from developers.
Wow.
Because Nintendo was basically saying any game that's getting an official Switch 2 version, whether it's exclusively for Switch 2 or like an upgrade, we want it to be something that is highlighting one of the features of the Switch 2. So we want it to highlight the HDR, to highlight the mouse functionality, to highlight these things. And if you're not going to do that, if it's just going to be
mouse function is like one of the coolest things.
Yeah. But and they were apparently going, if your game is just the same game but better resolution and better performance, we don't want it. We'll do a Switch 1 version, use the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, that's classic
which is
Nintendo.
Fucking shitty. Apparently, though, the same behind the scenes rumors are saying that as of the last like month or two, Nintendo is moving away from that and saying, okay, no, we're actually going to start shipping out development.
We want more games on our system.
Yeah, exactly.
And support. Yeah.
Anyways, there are games coming out. There's Warhammer Rogue Trader is getting a Switch 2 port with
that'd be perfect
with mouse functionality and shit and everything. Like next month.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. For that. Fuck yeah.
Well, just like the trackpads, like the Steam controller. I definitely want to even just get the controller, even if I don't get the Steam machine, which I probably plan on getting the Steam machine.
Controller's
but
pretty
the controller for PC. The trackpads. I love the trackpads. Even
rumors-
though I don't even use them that much. I like that they're there.
There are rumors.
I like their functionality.
Nothing confirmed, but there are
Especially
rumors.
when you go desktop mode,
There are rumors of Baldur's Gate 3 getting ported for the Switch too, which I think is the perfect kind.
That seems like a no-brainer.
That seems like the perfect kind of game to get ported because of the mouse stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, also the recent rumors are apparently Rockstar been experimenting with Switch 2 for GTA 6, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that out there. No fucking way.
Like put it on potato mode. Like,
but apparently,
well,
they
the
have
fact
been,
that
they
GTA
have
6,
been
the trailer
experimenting with it.
footage apparently is just running on a PS5, not even PS5 Pro.
That's impressive.
I mean, I could see Rockstar pulling that off, but like, what kind of frame drops and what kind of frame rate we're gonna get?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna defend the Switch too. I think there's a lot of people out there that there's a tendency if you just
getting it to run and look that good.
Well,
on the PS5 is mind-boggling.
I'm gonna defend the Switch too, and I'm gonna say there's a large trend I see online of people really greatly exaggerating how underpowered it is.
Oh yeah,
to a ridiculous extent. People are. I've seen legitimately people being like, what was one recently I saw? It was like they were talking about like The Witcher 3. I think it might have been The Witcher 3, and someone was being like, man, I wish they would do like a Switch 2 version that was like the full version of Witcher 3 with the like upgraded graphics. And someone in the comments was legitimately,
which they could and should.
Someone in the comments was legitimately like, it wouldn't be able to run it. What the fuck are you talking about? That's a Xbox One game.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like what the fuck are you talking about? So like I see that shit online. People are like,
yeah.
People pretend like people act like the Switch 2 is running Xbox 360 games.
No.
It's on par with the Steam Deck.
My thing, I'm just waiting for more games to be on it. I'm waiting for more first-party games, and I'm waiting for more games to actually be upgraded for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. But also, the Steam machine is on the horizon, so that might be my next big gaming purchase, to be honest. And just have a PC that's ready for the TV for a console experience.
Yeah.
Like,
and then also it's like there are certain games that I'm like, I think there are certain games that I think it's asking too much to try to get it run on the Steam Deck or on the Switch too.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I do have to get going myself. I know we could keep going.
But some games it can work, yeah.
I know we could keep going. I think we're going to have to wrap that up here. Hate to just cut you off, but it is a weeknight and I have to get up early.
Yes.
And it is bedtime for me. I know that sounds lame, but my bedtime's now. Even though I didn't have a bedtime that night, but
I've gone to bed. I've been in bed by 10 o'clock the last like 3 days in a row, and I've been That's impressive.
It helps to get some
That's
sleep.
impressive for me. I'm usually very bad about going to bed at a good time.
Anyways, great episode there. Excited to see what happens at the Game Awards. I know whatever's your favorite is your favorite. You can let us know what's your personal favorites as well. And, but, it's just still fun to kind of follow along and, speculate. And it's fun for me to just glaze on Expedition 33, which I'm going to continue to do in the future, any chance and opportunity as well. So, because it just deserves that.
Yeah.
And falling in love with a game is like falling in love with a woman. Once you do, you can't stop. Unless they say no, then you stop. But Expedition 33 so far, well, it almost tried to say no a couple hours in when it completely shattered my dreams and expectations, but I persevered. I persevered through. For those who come after, okay? For those who come after.
All right.
If you played it, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't, but I have not played it, so that makes sense.
Not when we fall, not if we fall, when we fall. For those that come after. Anyways. See ya.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive.